Nope. Come on, man. No free pub.
1. Kirkland purified water
No.
with minerals
Literally.
added for taste.
Literally not saying that out loud.
Kirkland.
Kirkland.
Don't leave home without it. Wait, that probably just tread on a whole bunch of people's trademarks.
Don't. Hey, welcome in, everybody.
I've been sitting here yelling at Chris for the last 10 minutes. Chris,
That's
why aren't you
true.
streaming? Chris, why are we 6 minutes late? Chris, we have an expectation we have to live up to.
Well, and I do.
No pink drink today.
My
Thank
fair
God I'm not drinking another pink drink for like a month.
Spanish ladies.
Farewell,
To my ladies of Spain. For we've received orders to sail to old England. In hopes very soon.
Are we about to be attacked by a
to
shark?
see?
We need a bigger boat? Is that what's going on here?
Welcome in, everybody.
Is that what's going on here?
We're bringing back
Wednesday.
Wednesdays. We're bringing back Wednesdays. Welcome in, Cats, Base Star.
I was late today. Chris wasn't late today.
No.
I had to go use the restroom.
Jason, technically, we were on time.
We were?
We're always on time.
Oh, because we arrive exactly when we mean to.
We've never been late in the history of Monument Stream.
This stream's
clipping.
never been late. It starts exactly when we mean for it to.
Jimmy the Saint, what's happening? That's a great question.
Is this? Is that?
Jason,
Oh, that goes there. That's why you have it over there.
what are you touching over
The
there?
microphone, like if I move it where I want it, it shows up in the
I know,
camera,
it's
like
barely,
right there.
It's barely. I had it perfect.
Well, but see, it's annoying to me.
It's annoying to you.
Yeah, because they're like a foot apart. It's really annoying. I can't reach
Jason,
the therapist correctly.
It's been there for many moons.
Well, but you scooted it forward because where you put the camera, you have moved this forward.
No, Gandalf. No, it's gonna be loud. Oh. It's loud.
Did it break? It broke.
Oh, there it is. It's fixed.
Did somebody try to tear its head off or something? Oh, you can take its head off.
You can't. That's quality chicken.
That's what it sounds like you pop a chicken.
Chris, how are you? Scorched Earth, I'm good. I don't know what we have. That's it. He's smoking a cock. Oh my gosh. I am a responsible adult.
Chris, why isn't my TV on?
Oh, you're not even on.
Excellent. You're not.
This might be the best thing ever.
I don't know.
That's so bad.
Wow, that is a horrible noise. That is a terrible noise.
We are back on track.
We can make horror videos with that.
I want the.
You can give the chicken mouth to mouth.
Yeah, and it sounds like
It literally was made for this.
it sounds
I'm
like
so
1,000
happy.
burning ants. My God. It's so bad.
Oh my!
I am
Order
very
in
happy
the
with
court.
myself right now.
Yeah,
Oh my god!
Papa
Wow.
Chicken, this is the best gift ever.
that's crazy.
Papa Chicken. Can we get a full reset? Your clicker is in the basket, Jason.
That was Jingle Bells.
It was. Wait a second. Whoa. You can't be doing Christmas jingles and giving me hard times for it. What do you see, Captain? There it is.
You can't get this kind of entertainment just any place.
I actually, let the record show, today I was business, and Jason was silly.
Chris,
Welcome
I'm switching
in.
mics.
Why are you switching mics?
So I can...
So many noises going on in the world right now. Oh boy, welcome in
You
everybody.
realize that it has all its feathers plucked.
One Wolf
Yeah.
Paint says this is clucking insane.
Clucking insane.
Yikes.
That was a ride.
Can we
Let's
let's I say Darth Vader, that Chai Cat.
Oh, you just overrode the therapist with your nonsense.
I'm thanking them for their subs. Thank you for your subs.
Let's bring it back into the room.
Good.
He always knows the right thing to say.
That's right. The dojo has reset. That's what that means. Jason, how you doing? I come for the painting. I stay for the shenanigans. Thank you, Soths Paints. Sasquatch Paints?
What did you say?
Sasquatch Paints.
I blame it on the pink drinks.
It's still the riding effect. I don't know.
Dojo.
I didn't eat any dinner last night.
Really?
Yeah.
You were just hyped.
I didn't eat anything.
Dude,
You
you
were
were
just
hyped
like-
on that pink drink.
I ate lunch and I drank that monstrosity pink drink, and then I went to bed at midnight thinking I should have eaten something.
Yeah.
did
4,000
you-
calories of pink liquid.
It was like 1,000 calories of pink liquid.
Jason also ran a 5K last night, and nobody knew about it.
Is that what I did?
I don't know. You might have
Nobody
in your
knew.
dream.
It was all a blur.
Your pink drink was out of control. But I'm glad the bit landed. And happy birthday again, Jason. We're glad to have you back.
He only gets
A
one.
pink drink is like a strawberry and coconut milk.
Okay, is that what it is?
It's strawberry something and coconut milk
Acai.
and acai, I think.
Is it, yeah, okay. It's kind of like strawberry milk almost, the consistency? Or a little, no.
It's like coconut milk flavored with strawberries
Yeah.
and acai.
It was like the
What?
consistency of water.
Wad, I thought you were my friend. My birthday is the same day as Jason's, and yet I received no pink drinks yesterday. Wad, I'm so sorry. I do not give pink drink at will.
I don't understand them, Wad.
Welcome in, everybody.
You never know what you're getting around here.
I'm so glad you're all here for what just happened. Me too. That old cat. My birthday's in July. I didn't get a pink drink yesterday either. That Philip, that's correct.
That logic doesn't even track, Phil. Like, that logic doesn't even track. How you doing, Phil?
Oh,
You can
my
only eat
goodness.
real strawberries. It was real strawberries.
It's
It's not strawberry flavored. It's real strawberries, Cigavex.
Yeah.
Oh, it's real, all right.
Like, they're literally in there. There's floating strawberries in the drink. It's
It
real
looks like
strawberries.
it's a milk
I can't
consistency.
do
It's
fake
not.
fruit either. It's real. That's one thing I will give Starbucks is that it's real.
Jen's tried to give you some dinner, and you said no. I tried. Hey, that's the A for
She did.
effort.
She came home and it was like 8 o'clock or something like that. And she's like, "Did you eat?" And I go, "No." And it was like I didn't really think about it. And then she goes, "Do you want me to fix you something?" I go, "No, not really." And then I went to bed 4 hours later and was like, I still didn't eat it. I ate a handful of goldfish
Nice.
somewhere in that blur of Sugar Rush.
Did you go to PetSmart or
I
Petco?
built the rest of the torso of
Then you did.
my model, the big Taunar Supremacy.
It's pretty
suit.
big.
It's
We're-
monstrosity.
I think we can figure out a good way to see that on stream. We'll be fine. I'll zoom way out, and you'll.
I'm gonna
dance.
work on it more today when I go home. I got to build weapons for it now.
Do you have pictures?
I sent Chris one.
Yeah,
What the heck?
Chris is my C+ producer.
that's right. 79%.
So I wanted to show him.
C++ producer.
No, just
Not a C++.
plus.
He's
No,
just
I'm
a C++.
C++.
He said he was C++.
Somebody gave you a lower rating the other day in chat.
Who?
Many people.
Can I get a vote in chat right
Many
now?
people.
Many people.
Can we just get a vote really quick?
I gotta shut you off.
They're freeze-dried strawberries. They're still real.
Hey,
Many people.
is PetSmart or PetSmart?
Roadly Rex.
Super Duper John, they got you. That means they're winning. I said, Jason, you had a handful of goldfish. And I said, did you get them from PetSmart or Petco? Like eating like out of like an aquarium.
That's crazy.
I don't know
that-
what he does. At
That
night.
went right over my head.
I
too.
wouldn't judge anybody. Yum 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 yum. Like a Peruvial soup. Gilborn, Gabe, what's the status on ball caps? Gabe, you need a plus size Gilborn. Your head's not that big. Now, Chris has a huge head. I have a massive dome.
Rumpfenstein, yes, we always update the color strips when we have new releases.
Rumpfenstein.
Gillenborn, I'm waiting on some samples that are going to be here hopefully next week.
Hydro, do not drink the paint, eat the paint. Don't put the paint in your body. Is that polite to say?
Don't put the
Jeff
peanut-
Brando says, I need to meet one of my favorite producers at Gen Con.
That's Gabe.
I'll
'cause
be
I'm
there.
not going.
I'll be there.
I'm here holding down the fort. And by the fort, I mean myself that protects Jason Jason, what are we doing today?
I'm gonna paint
What are you painting today?
a towel.
Now, a good question that has come up many times is, how did you paint that, Jason?
Good
Do
question.
you like that? 1 second. What button do I get for that?
With an airbrush.
Too much.
Yeah, that's a lot of noises.
How did you paint that, Jason? Because Jason paints on stream.
Does he?
That's what I ask him every day. He's like, I'm going to paint.
What are we doing today? And he says, I'm going to paint.
We've expunged so much of our 10% of the 90% of our business fun time. Like our ratio for business to fun is way off today. I need to.
You mean it's more fun than business?
Yeah, we need to
Reel it back.
Reel that back.
Reel it back.
Yeah.
Reel it in.
Not fun. We have fun 100% of the time. Let me
Reel
rephrase
it back
that.
in.
90% business, 10% silly fun time. Difference between fun and silly.
Reel it back in.
Yeah.
Hey, what color should this contraption that holds the blade be?
Let me zoom in there, you little. There you go. The contraption that holds. Isn't that the hilt of the blade?
Well, I don't know
Is
what
it?
that is.
Oxidized copper.
Copper?
Hardly know her.
Not a bad plan, actually. Copper?
What does you said oxidized copper?
Yeah.
I wonder what that would look like.
Green.
I know what bronze would look like.
Oxidized copper.
Somebody was asking about copper the other day.
Oxidized copper is green.
What color green? Does it look like oxidized bronze?
It's green
Is it
oxide.
similar? I don't think so. We might have to mute Gabe. Gold! We love purple and gold, says Bakamaru. Orange metal, green.
I think orange would work. Green, purple, and orange. They're really good working colors. Again, would you like to break out the color wheel and see?
What? We have a color wheel?
What color are we in
Oh,
here?
one
It
of
doesn't
those
even
color
exist
wheels.
on the color wheel.
That's
the color
not.
that we are.
I thought we were talking about like a fun, like, spin the wheel color wheel. That'd been awesome.
No, this is a color
This
wheel,
green doesn't
Gabe.
exist on any color wheel. This is why color wheels suck. Because it's like the green that we have doesn't even exist anywhere.
Jason's mind is the color wheel, man.
That's exactly right. Yeah, it doesn't really work. But
You like that?
if it were gonna work, it would be somewhere in this realm.
The
where
color
it's-
wheel's all in your mind.
It's kind of in this realm.
Blue, green.
It's like in this. If we center it here, then it's like, look at that. You get
Wait a
purple,
second,
and,
that's
purple
gr-
and orange.
This
Look at
is-
that.
This is gray. What is this? What's this part?
I'm
The
not real
color
sure
wheel.
what happened there.
Why is that
Gray
color?
sliver in there.
Yeah.
I'm not real sure what happened there. But look at that. The greens and then purple and orange. So we're doing it right. Oh, and then red as a compliment. So there you go. See? So for anybody that says, there's some guy on my post said that I ruined it. I'm like, why? Because of the purple blade?
What sound is that?
it, brother.
What sound does that purple blade make?
You
You like that?
I think you need to get back to... I think you... I would like for you... I would like for you to get back to serious
You're
business.
right. I apologize.
Thank you. I will tear that chicken's head off again.
No. Do it. No, Gandalf.
Do it.
No.
Do it.
Chat, for those of you that remember, it's time to start drinking.
Oh, what? Oh, yes. You used to put that in growlers. Or joke about it.
We used to joke about it.
Did anybody get a growler filled with it?
No. No, we didn't.
So
That
much
was not a
paint.
thing.
That's a lot of paint.
So much.
It's a
paint.
lot of paint.
I would use it for...
That is highly unaffordable levels of paint, my friend.
And somebody'd buy it. Somebody would buy it. I guarantee it.
Oh, yeah, they'd buy it, but it would be unaffordable still.
I got some rum calling to me. Hakajin. Sounds like somebody's having themselves a good paint session. Drinking is the only thing that allows me to get through the day.
You?
This motley crew of shenanigans.
What?
I couldn't tell if you were reading a comment or
No.
if you were stating that.
No.
And
I was reading a comment. Wink, wink. Help
yeah,
me.
you totally were.
Call help. No, that is incorrect.
Christopher just gets blitzed every
I
day
drink a lot of
before
water
stream.
because I'm in Arizona. That's the joke. Drink water. Stay hydrated.
Not very funny.
It's not. I'm not joking. You should
You
stay
said that
hydrated.
was the joke.
I do drink a lot during the day.
You literally said that's the joke.
Speaking
Such
of
a
good
rug-
paint sessions,
Such a rug pull.
Little Billy says, speaking of good paint sessions, this session would be better if Chris wasn't here. Wow. This is Chris's cry for help. Exactly. Welcome in, everybody. We're painting up some Tau today. If you are new here, we're so glad you're here. Where have you been?
How you doing?
Tau, you doing? Tau, did you paint
This is
that black,
This is
Jason?
literally the joke that just keeps on giving.
Tau, am I here? You know, like the question of life.
Oh, God.
Tau, did I get here?
How about now?
How about now?
Tau now, brown cow.
Who, what, when, where, and Tau?
Question. Brandon says, is the one-step dark blue black a different color than regular blue black with special sauce? Question mark.
Yes, it is darker. It
Tribe
is
the demon,
more
yes.
more into the realm of black than blue. Whereas the regular blue black is kind of like you can use it as a first highlight for Payne's Gray almost. It's not quite that bright, but it does work well for that.
Papa Chicken, if I was you, I would rewind the stream on YouTube.
If you weren't here at the beginning, Papa Chicken, you missed it.
I would rewind the stream
It
immediately.
was built
and catch
for
up.
you. The beginning of the stream was built for you, Papa Chicken.
Kind of your fault, Papa Chicken.
It is. I blame Papa Chicken for 100% of the calamity that befell us at the beginning of the stream.
Tau now, brown Tau. Thank you, Sasquatch Paints. We were all thinking it. You said it.
I said it.
I don't know.
You don't know.
I don't
You were
think so.
standing right there.
No, I don't think you said it that way.
I said, Tau now, brown cow.
Vintage Wizard says, hey, yo, Tau's everyone. We're doing great. Thank you for asking.
The gift that keeps on giving.
We're doing some painting today, obviously. Painting up some Tau.
And by we, he means me.
And by we, I mean Jason. And by Jason, I mean us, the collective.
The collective is not painting.
We are painting this model alongside Jason in our spirit.
That's not how this works.
Do we need to send things to guys based off your Twitch names? Should I give you a bald cap for the office? Bald man, that doesn't make sense to me. Maybe you should send to Toupee because you have a full head of hair. Question from Hawkagen. Tell me what you think about... tell me what you... Oh, okay. Well, 1 second. Tell me what you think about me. I buy my own diamonds and I buy my own rings. Only ring you... Selly? When I'm falling in love, when it's all over, please get up and leave. I don't know what you're saying, Hawkagen.
What? Are you having a stroke?
I might
Blink
have had
once for medical assistance.
Hawkagen, I appreciate you, but you did say you were partaking in the liquid debauchery about 5 minutes ago, so I don't know if I should trust you.
Is he partaking of alcohol? Does he have delicious adult
Maybe.
beverages?
I don't know. I saw Chris's Sentinels. There's proof he has... No, I'm okay. I'm 50-50 on that. Little Billy, Jason, if I had to guess your favorite primer for the airbrush, I would say it's taupe. Jason, what's your favorite primer?
Black.
If you had to pick. Not dark purple, huh?
You didn't say that right.
What if I had to guess your favorite primer for airbrush, I would say it's taupe, yes. And then I said, what's your favorite?
No, you read it wrong.
What are you talking about?
It's not taupe.
Jason.
It's taupe.
Oh, taupe.
See?
Yikes, you're right. I did read that wrong. Say it like taupe. Okay. Little Billy, did I miss your joke? Or did I miss your joke or did I not say it?
Oh, there's a distinct difference there.
Taupe? Is it taupe? Jason, for real now, I am getting us back on track. Everybody, I'm getting us back on track whether you like it or not. We are going to talk about this work of Jason. For those of you or all of the people out there who missed it, how did you get to this black armor?
I did a base of black primer,
Mm-hmm.
and then I did a zenithal with a shadow of royal purple over the black,
Yeah.
and then pale yellow on top of the royal purple. And then over the zenithal of royal purple and pale yellow, I did the one-step dark blue black. And that's what got us this color. Then I went through and did the edge highlighting with faded green first. And then over the faded green for the brighter shine spots,
Okay.
I did bright ivory.
Okay. Got it.
Very
you go.
simple, quick, effective, done.
Well, man, when you go to the bathroom today, I would just go.
Simple, effective, and done.
We're gonna be doing. Draw says mold lines are the devil.
Bum bum bum.
Mold lines are of the devil. We don't like mold lines here. Hey, we make a beautiful little tool for that, by the way. What are you thinking, Jason?
I'm thinking, like, do these inner bits become copper too?
Okay, so you are going with copper.
That could be kind of fun.
Okay. Is the whole thing made of copper and then the purple is glowing?
Hey, I'm going to let that exist in your little fantasy head of yours there.
This is sci-fi, Jason. Technically.
Sci-fi is just a version of fantasy.
I am evil, Guildborn. Evil!
Chris wishes he was evil.
I will not play that villain.
He's like Dr.
Unless
Evil
told.
in the what's that
Right.
movie?
The Pianist.
No. One with all the minions.
Oh, yes, Minions.
Well, but it was called something else first.
Yes, it was Castaway.
No, it wasn't Castaway.
What are you saying?
Austin
just-
Powers, Jason.
No, it wasn't.
Oh,
Yeah, baby.
yeah, baby. I don't know what you're talking about now because I was making jokes, but now it's Despicable Me.
Despicable Me. That's Chris's type of villain. He's that guy. He really
Gru?
isn't evil.
Gru.
He just wish he was evil.
You'd like to steal the moon.
Thank you, Gabe.
Light bulb. It's my favorite thing he ever does. Light bulb.
Marshall, potentially, yes. This is the Jason hasn't done the black armor on stream, but he will be doing that on his big Tau. So we're gonna see if I can kind of snip some
I'll
of that.
be doing it on like 50 million Tau. You just
Literally
wait.
50 million.
You will have
Marshall's-
500
yes.
chances to see this work.
You'll have so many things.
So many things.
But yeah, we'll be doing the Tau Nar supremacy suit, the big Titan that they have next.
Is
I
it
got one.
is it Titan rules in the game?
No, it's
Like Stampa.
It's
Stampa's a Titan.
It's 700 something points. So
Oh, it has to be.
it's not quite. It's a super heavy.
Okay.
Right.
Oh,
I don't know if they call it Lords of War or whatever, but it takes up a big spot.
Yeah, the Stampa is literally called. It has a Titan keyword in it.
Oh, does it?
Yeah,
Okay.
but that is your supremacy suit is about the same size. So
It may have. I don't know. I do not know this. I do not know the answer to your question. Can you zoom in some? Why are we so far away?
You
What's the
mean-
problem
You
here?
mean like this?
Can you
You want
you
to
zoom
zoom
in, not out? That's out.
No. Zooming in technically means that.
No, it doesn't.
There it is.
There. How about that?
Uh-huh.
Oh.
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 What are you gonna do to these little cloth bits, Jason?
I don't know. I was going to do this metal stuff first and then figure out what the cloth was going to want to be.
Maybe like red?
No, because remember, we have red earth.
Oh,
So the whole point of this is to stay away from things that are too much
that's
like
too
the Martian
much.
Earth that I want to do. Because the Martian Earth will give a really good
Yeah.
What about white?
offset contrast there. So
White? You
yeah, I
mean-
think kind of like just a cream cloth
Yeah.
kind of thing. Like a torn up with like mustard stains, like a torn up, tank top.
Yeah.
Torn up tank top.
I don't know. Sometimes I just say things.
This is a huge tank top. if
How
this
big
is
do you
a
think this
torn
thing
piece
is?
of it?
How big is this thing?
Burnt
orange.
For all of you who are new here today, welcome in. It's a Wednesday, hump day. A lot going on. Highlights were ivory to give it the metal look. Question mark? Yeah.
No.
You won't?
No, I won't do it. Why would I do that?
That's what Jeff Brando's saying.
It's cloth.
I don't know about you. Is it cloth?
Yeah.
I don't know. Is it skin? Maybe it's like flayed skin.
That would be actually really cool if that were the case.
It might be.
I'm not trying to make my towel like that crazy.
Wad says, well, it has to be huge. It has to be big enough to hide a tank if it's a tank top. I see. Oh, Wad. Oh, no. Thank
That's
you,
bad.
Wad.
Really, really bad.
This was probably said, but I missed it. Are we looking at Maze Challenges entries today or tomorrow? Tomorrow. Not today. Today we're painting Tau. Tomorrow we'll be painting Tau, but we'll do that tomorrow. We typically do those if the beginning of the month lands on a weekend or the day coming back on like a Monday. We typically wait till the end of the week to do those. But the challenge right now is already up. So you can go to our Discord right here, hit that link, and there you go. Monument Hobbies. I've never used a glass palette. What does it take to clean off dried paints? A big 5-gallon bucket and Dawn dish soap. Not sponsored. You throw it in to a big 5-gallon bucket or just fully submerge it. Doesn't have to be a bucket. You could have like a little bin of some kind that fits it, whatever size it is. Submerge it in soapy water, and then you wait overnight, and the next day you just scrape it off with a sponge. Brando says, thank you, Jason, for the dry brushing over black demo yesterday.
Awesome.
I tried it on the Strung's Black Horse, a nightmare with a dry brush, and then added a smidge of yellow. Nice. Turned out pretty good for me.
Good.
I'm glad that worked.
Yeah, it really is just that brush control of pressure, making sure you keep it all in the same direction and then don't apply so much pressure that you create that heavy texturing.
Pickman says, is Gunpla considered a vehicle?
I never thought this would raise so many questions. Like, just paint a vehicle.
So, no. We're going more for vehicles on wheels or with wheels, question mark?
No, I mean, you know, the more people ask, it's like, you know, when you enter into like the vehicle category at painting competitions, a lot of them, because they don't have like a robot, big stompy robot category, the vehicles fall into like, you know, the same thing. So you could do like dreadnoughts wind up being vehicles for some reason and all that kind of stuff. So I don't know. I mean, the intent was that we wanted you to paint hard surface vehicles and that it wanted to be like tanks and things like that. That was the intent. You know, could you paint a Gundam? I don't see why not. But then it raises the question of everybody wanting to paint like, you know, dreadnoughts and Tau. And like, I don't know. I mean, it's a battle suit, technically, I guess.
Well, when you get down to the technical, yes. Jason, a little bit is saying, Jason, as Emperor's Children have been written into, is it plethora? This is a big word, Chris. Sorry. Yeah, I don't speak your language, little Billy. A variety of armor paint schemes. What would you choose to be for a fun 40K squad of EC Space Marines?
Fun?
Fun. 40K. Like getting fun with the Emperor's Children.
I don't know. I mean, this that I did here is cool, right? With the royal purple and the faded ultramarine mix, and then white blue as a highlight. I think this could be really cool for Emperor's Children. I don't see why not. Maybe that is that your answer?
Maybe. Gilborn, is Iron Man's suit a vehicle? I don't think so. That's pushing it for me.
This is why I didn't want to have this conversation. Paint a tank, paint a car, paint a truck, do something. Come on.
Everything I know about Emperor's Children tells me I won't want their idea of fun, says Jezzy Who.
Exactly.
I don't know anything about Emperor's Children, except for they're sassy.
They're all like sadomasochist. Their whole thing is that they're guided by like complete narcissism and vanity.
Yeah.
Was their fall. Fulgrim is the most beautiful one of them all. Mirror, mirror on the wall.
Oh, Shadowcast, great question. I heard something about value sketching from a video the other day. Can you explain what that is? Value sketching. Jason, what is value sketching?
Value sketching is where you, through neutrals like black and white or color, however you like to do it, place your bright and dark areas that provide contrast on the model first. And you do it in a very loose way just to define the volumes of the model. And then you go back and block in your colors around that value sketch. So you might go back and blend all your color in nicely around the value sketch. A zenithal prime, if you're familiar with that, is a value sketch. It is something that places light and dark color on the model to give you a feeling of contrast and light, and is done in a very quick manner.
Yeah.
That's a value sketch. It can be done by brush. You could brush it on. You could dry brush. You can zenithal. You could airbrush. You could do anything that you want. But it's just a matter of, like when I did this with the prime coat, I did a value sketch where all these bright areas were done with the airbrush as bright hot spots, and then dark, shadow spots to give you the contrast on it. And then I applied a color filter over the whole thing to get the final, greenish black, chromatic black armor. All right, that was a 50-50 mix.
Yeah.
Not quite 50-50, maybe a little bit heavier into the burnt orange than mahogany. And now I'll go into mahogany. So again, I'm just taking the mahogany base coat, blending it in with the burnt orange for the second coat, and then coming after that with pure burnt orange here.
Yeah. Okay. And then little Billy, just to clarify, this is royal purple mixed into faded ultramarine highlighted with white blue, correct?
Yes.
For that blade is what he's talking about. And then you technically undercoated all of this model with royal purple too.
Yep. Yeah, the shadow coat for the whole model was royal purple. And then pale yellow.
Little Billy says, I can't believe I'm saying this, but thank you, Chris, for reading my question. Of course, Little Billy. And I only get one of those a stream. Yes, keep me accountable. I'm worried about... No, he's fine. Little Billy's fine.
Why did he? Because he said something nice to
No,
Chris?
because I read his question, and then Little Billy's like, oh, thanks, Chris, for reading my question, man. But I only get one of those thank yous. Is petroleum brown wash like petroleum brown? Asked Stan.
Yeah. Very similar.
Hmm.
It's not glossy.
That was a dream good impression. I wanna make that clear that I am not Little Billy. I am not.
Jury's still out on this whole thing.
I don't know, man. I don't think so. And I'm myself. I don't know, Bald Man. Chris, what happened to us? We were getting along so well at Adepticon. Where do we fall off of? You know what, Bald Man? That's just how it goes.
The
man.
honeymoon's over. With Chris, the
reality hits.
The reality hits quick.
And I'm a serious businessman.
He's only in the courtship phase for like 5 minutes.
That's right. It's a sad reality. We have to keep going. Little Billy, you're not getting nothing from me. Oh, sorry, my little touch of
Not
bronze.
getting nothing.
Not getting nothing.
That's a double negative.
Not getting nothing. Not getting something is not receiving something in return.
Well, not getting nothing means that you're getting something.
Or are you? Oh. I'm glad that Gabe influenced this copper. I think that was a good call, Gabe.
He would have gotten there.
I mean, he would have.
Jason would have picked it anyway.
I thought it was going to be more of a blue steel. Who knows?
I think the copper looks dope.
I think so too. Oh, Nova Orange.
And I will absolutely be stealing this workup for non-metallic copper.
The double negative rule is so positive, says TK. Yes.
Exactly. 2 wrongs don't make a right, but 3 lefts do.
I don't have any comments for Jason today. He started this off with a chicken bit that I still kind of lives rent-free in my mind.
I had no idea you could tear the head off of it and get all those beautiful interactions.
Dead onions, a golf ball must count as a vehicle. That's kind of funny. It's a vehicle for my bad game of golf. That's what that is.
I would love to see somebody paint the ship from Spaceballs, the opening scene. The whole thing.
That scene, hilarious. And I know we don't talk about Spaceballs here because I only have one because Gabe's never seen it, but
It's my favorite movie. What are you talking about?
shut up. It's not. It's not.
I think
No. He used burnt orange, right, Jason? Right before this
Yeah.
color? That's burnt orange, Marshall. Burnt orange, yep. And 4 lefts make a NASCAR racetrack. That's correct, Commando Ken. So when Jason rips off a chicken's head and blows it in to make noises, he's funny. But when I do it, I'm called an animal at the grocery store.
Oh my god.
Bald man, that's disgusting.
That's
But hilarious.
crazy.
Jezzy who? This is a great question. How many bottles of light neutral gray would it take to paint Spaceball 1? Many. Somebody do that math out there.
How big? Are we talking?
It's huge.
What are we talking? Life size?
I would imagine so. More than 4. Yes, One Wolf paints. I would say that is an astute assumption that it is more than 4. Oh, little Billy, you need a lot of noosh. You guys know how I feel about noosh.
No, Chris, why don't you tell us?
I heard some sarcasm in that comment, Jason. I don't know if you truly want me to tell you.
That is why
I
they
was about
invented
to
Bag of Crow.
pour out my love for noosh. Literally into my camping cup sometimes.
Wait a
Because that's
minute.
how I mix it. Not for drinking, but for actual use. Yes, Ted Onions, he's using Sable number 3 right now?
2.
Oh, Sable number
think it's a 2.
Number 2?
Who does number 2 work for? Pro Sable number 2.
Is that Dreadnought dry yet? Yes. If you're referencing the mop chop job that Jason did on April 1st, that Dreadnought is in fact dry.
Tony, I was not there.
What?
You
And
were.
I did not do any of this.
What?
Jason, we have digital proof.
Yeah.
You have no proof. You can show me the digital proof, and all it'll show is you guys
Mm.
acting the fool on my stream.
I don't know about that.
Oh my god.
Now
These
I am
guys.
the master.
I'm pretty sure I was out of town.
Yeah.
You
Gabe
were
was
not out of
MIA.
town. I was out of town.
Let's get Ellie on the horn. Can we confirm Gabe's PTO?
Yeah. We've got receipts.
You have no receipts.
Droth, I would, if you were not having fun building a model, this Grunstock gun hauler, okay, I would suggest that you don't, because if it's making you hate the hobby, I wouldn't do things that make you hate the hobby.
100% feel okay with stopping.
I know you're making a joke, Droth, but there is some real. I've built models where I'm like, you know what? This literally makes me not want to do anything.
Yeah, there are some models that I've been building, and then it's been like sucking your soul out your smallest orifice, and I'm like, nope, not into it anymore.
That's very visual. Jezzy, who serious question? I love that you guys and gals will say serious question, so that I read it like a serious question. Serious question. I have a Zenithal primed wrecking crew for Crisis Protocol. I'm trying to do them with one step to play with. Any suggestions for undercoating the yellow and light orange costume bits? Great question.
For underpainting?
Yeah. Underpainting the yellow and light orange costume bits.
I think on stuff like that, I'm probably going to say like a warm brown, maybe, would be really good. It would work well for both.
Yeah.
If you were just looking for one to do there, warm brown would be a great undercoat for both the yellow and the orange, and the wrecking crew characters especially. I think because they don't need anything like super vibrant or anything. They could stand to have a little bit of a duller undertone, but also something like burnt orange, like you saw me use here, would work really well.
I like burnt sienna.
Burnt sienna works well. I wouldn't do burnt sienna just on the basis of I don't know that I would give Chris the satisfaction of doing something he told you to do.
Jason.
That's just
Jason.
a little bit of a personal preference. Though.
Jason, no. No.
Because then you have to like admit that, well, you know that guy Chris, the C+ producer
That's
on
right.
the Monument Show?
I'm a proud C+. That's the way we're sticking to it.
We're sticking to it.
I use a lot of burnt sienna because I use a lot of that rust effect all the time. Oh boy, Marshall Stout coming in with the Spaceball 1 math. You need 90 million standard cans of paint to get one solid thick coat on Spaceball 1. Its actual surface area falls somewhere between 28 to 34 square kilometers. It's pretty big. And they break for no one. Gabe has no idea what that means.
It's his favorite movie.
Yeah.
Oh, no. Jason, do not condone bad behavior.
It's my favorite movie. I even had to convince Chris to watch.
We can't hear
I was
you.
there.
Gabe just left in a huff. Wow, he's throwing things and oh my, this is violent.
I'm still here.
He's not. Don't listen to that man. Quiet, you.
I actually showed it to Chris.
I was there the night that Gabe introduced Chris to Spaceballs.
Yeah.
I'll leave. I'll end my career.
I can produce.
You know what happened the next weekend is and I was surprised about this.
Oh, here we go.
Because when
Here it is.
Gabe was like, hey, the Spaceballs movie weekend went so good, I want to introduce Chris to more amazing content. And I was like, what are you thinking about next weekend? And he's like, I'm down for next weekend. Do you think Chris is ready for the Lord of the Rings trilogy?
It's true.
No, that's not the boo. Boo. False. Incorrect. Lies. I can't even right
I can't even
now.
even right now.
When are you gonna paint that skin tabard thing on this guy?
Not a skin
It is
tabard.
now.
It
Wow.
isn't.
Christopher's making the call.
I'm making this call. I'm curious how many ML does Monument Hobbies produce in a year? ML? you talking about milliliters of paint? What do you think? Oh, Jason, he's thinking
60, between 60 and 70 million. Yeah.
Q Starry like searching galaxy music here.
Yeah,
There
between
you go.
60 and 70 million.
Milliliters.
Yeah.
There you go.
A
But we've
lot.
seen proof that Chris has watched any of these movies. He could just read Cliff Notes. But that is correct. I could do that. 90 million gallons of light neutral gray. That seems like it would take a while to produce. Yeah.
Yeah.
90 million gallons.
That's a lot of light neutral gray.
That's a lot of. Somebody Google it. How many gallons is the ocean?
How long do you think it would take to dry brush it?
Whoa.
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 The DA,
You got a lot of
15
like,
million.
deep questions today in chat. Like, man, what if you painted Spaceballs 1, man?
It's Baseball 1.
I'll kill you. It's on site.
Wow, he just said
If
that
I had
live
one way to
on
go to
stream
jail, it
chat.
would be Gabe's murder.
Live on chat.
Yeah, live
Gabe
on the-
better not die very soon
I'll
because
shoot
you're
Gabe.
screwed. And then I
Live.
got to find another producer.
Well, everybody, it's been great. I'm going to go use up your tax dollars at the county jail.
3 squares and a bed.
I'll meet
and-
some great guys, eat a lot of good meals, you know, the 9. Maybe I'll learn to paint in jail. But it'd be so satisfying knowing that I ended this man's life, is what I would say if I was the villain. I'd never do that.
You are evil.
Let the record show.
You are pure evil.
Speaking of pure evil, Jason,
Evil.
it's Wednesday. Welcome to Hump Day, everybody. How we all doing? I'm bringing this back on the tracks. We're painting up some Tau. Tau, did you paint that, Jason? Well, I'm glad you asked. I'm not Jason. I'm Chris. That's Jason. We're Monument Hobbies. We make the beautiful hobby products you see Jason using today and every day from 2 to 4 p.m. Mountain Standard Time, which is also Monument Standard Time. Hump Day. That's right, Tech Badger. We're bringing Mondays back. We're bringing Tuesdays back. We're bringing Wednesdays back. Monument Hobbies is responsible for the work week. And hopefully you're getting work done while you watch us.
I don't know that I want to be responsible for the work.
Oh,
week,
you're
Chris.
responsible. You are directly responsible.
kinda
I
wanna
would
be-
like-
Can I sponsor the weekend?
I would
instead?
like a show of hands in chat.
Can I sponsor the weekend? That would be more fun, right?
How many people
I think that would be more fun.
have gotten in trouble because they've watched Monument Hobbies live on stream while they're on their work hours? Why would I work at 6 p.m.? Ted Onions, some people do work at 6 p.m. now.
I work at 6 p.m. a lot.
Nurses.
We worked at 6 p.m. yesterday.
Jason,
We
myself,
work till 6 p.m.
Gabe, maybe sometimes if he
Whoa.
shows up.
We were here till like
Whoa.
6:23 yesterday.
That's right.
Just 3 hard-working dudes
Yep.
working hard,
Working hard.
laughing at Chris.
Yeah, except for Chris.
Jason, can we trade Chris in for a new model? Mo, I'm ready.
Yeah. I think that's
And the
a
way
good
I
one.
go is the murder of Gabe.
Oh gosh.
I won't murder Gabe, but you better watch yourself.
Watch yourself.
Keep on your toes.
One of these days we'll bring in Chris oh. 2.0.
I won't.
Chris is a
murder
nice
you.
Christian boy. He won't murder
I
Gabe.
won't. I won't murder you, but I know a guy.
Question chat. Do you think that our current Chris will do a better job producing than a random Chris we find off the street?
No,
We can just
not
go
if that
find the
random
guy
Chris is a producer.
named Chris. So is your name Chris?
Little Billy, I don't think I would want you as my attorney. Well, let me tell you about my client. First of all, he's a dick. Second of all, he treats me poorly on stream in front of thousands of people. And thirdly, I'd like to see him imprisoned. And then I give you $650 an hour. There you go.
I think you could have found a better value, somebody, Chris. Just
Well,
throw it
let
out
me
there.
tell you about
Just
my
gonna throw it
client.
out there. I think you could have had a better value, Chris.
He's a horrible human being, and he reads chat 50% of the time, all the time. What else do you want to know? Cinda says, what if that Chris is an 81 or better? Then he'd probably stay. I'd lose my job. I'm ready to go. Let them find this second Chris, and I will duel to the death.
That's what we'll do.
Bring me the next Chris.
It'll be the duel of Chris's. We get a bunch of people named Chris, and they duke it out.
Now, Ted Onions, technically, Jason did use one step on this. He used a dark blue black
Ta-da!
filter
On the armor.
Yeah. But he'll be doing that on his Tau going forward. So you'll definitely be able to see that, Ted Onions. Coxie says, hello, I'm about to paint copper non-metallic metal with a dry palette after your great advice yesterday. That's kind of what we're doing right now, too. Can you remind us what this copper is, Jason?
No, but if you'd have been paying attention, you sure should.
No, but it's better if I keep you on track. And
I'm the one painting.
No, we're painting. Look, Gabe left. What the hell?
Get tired of your nonsense.
Kids today. Matthias says, downside to watching the stream, always being influenced to start a new army.
Right.
It's a horrible and beautiful place to be. That's for dang sure.
I had to go write things on the whiteboard.
I'm glad you went that way, because you would have had to pass through this gate. The hot
gauntlet?
gates is what I call this.
The hot gates?
Yeah, like
Because he's over here
300.
farting the whole time.
No, we'd all
Yeah.
be dead.
Why are they
If
the
it
hot
was
gates?
me, you'd be dead. It's the hot gates. It's like 300.
Choke a donkey.
Gross.
I started this with mahogany
Mm-hmm.
and then went to burnt orange over mahogany, a
Yep.
mix of the burnt orange and mahogany, about 50-50, and then burnt orange by itself. And then on to Nova orange over the burnt orange.
Yep.
And then I'm doing the bright highlight here with warm flesh.
This would be a cool copper army. Sandwich Bro, you said, I'm not influenced to do a new army, but I might do some Voltan next month. This would be kind of a cool workup for Votan. I feel like those little dwarves.
Yeah.
So
Yeah,
much
could work
copper,
well.
though.
Add some copper into like maybe some dark turquoise or something.
So
That'd be kind
much
of cool.
copper. It looks really cool. Dang it, Jason. You did it again.
What'd I do?
Dang it, Jason.
It looks great.
I didn't want it to be like too bright, but I think this works really, really well for giving us the idea of a copper-ish metal, you know?
Yeah.
Crazy space boys. Don't have to be exact, but
A lot of
gives us a
people
really
ask
good-
about copper. I think this is a great example. Cox says, how do I pick where the light colors and lighter colors and darker colors should be? Question mark. Ooh, good question.
Just across the model in general?
I'm thinking that's what it is, like light placement.
Are you just talking about in general across an entire model or for a specific thing?
Yeah, Coxie, if you've got a little bit more specific.
If you look here on this guy, can I get a little focus help?
Yeah, sure.
If you look on this guy, all of my lighting is kind of coming off of his left shoulder, or right, like over here at this angle. So when I'm highlighting the model initially, I'm staring at it like this.
Yeah.
And so all the brightness is going to hit from this angle across the model. And if we turn the opposite way and look like from the right leg up, you see that there's very little highlighting done. Now I'll go back and do some mid-tone highlighting back here just to pick the details once I get the main contrast point done. But when I'm doing like army painting like this guy, where it's really focused on being, just what's going to make an entire army look good, but not be too costly in time or effort to make it happen, then something like this really starts coming to life. And sometimes you don't even have to paint this side, right? I mean, you've got color on it, and there's still a bunch of parts that are over here that I haven't done yet, like the blue-black stuff or the Payne's Gray stuff. So there'll be more highlight, but this is the money shot. So I'm really painting an army to look good from one principal direction, and it's kind of this 180 degrees here, and then this 180 degrees has less to do with how cool it looks.
Now, do you do, like, when you turn that model around, do you do lighter highlights on the darker bits.
He said doo-doo.
You'll do mid-tone highlights on them. Back
Okay.
here.
Got you.
So that you can,
highlights.
yeah, so like with the faded green, I'll come back and do this once I'm done. But I want to do this part to get all of my bright highlights done first before I go back and then upset this. Because, you know, like this edge here already has a little bit on it.
Yeah.
And then I still have to do all the Payne's Gray bits on here anyway. So I'll wait until I get all that done, and then we'll look and take a look-see at what I can add to it to still bring out the details so it doesn't look like it's just left alone. Right? You can already see how I've done some of that here. There's a little bit of highlight like on the shoulder plate to give the dimension of the shoulder plate going, but not a lot because I'm really only concerned with like this angle right here.
That copper looks great.
But then once you've picked your lighting source, if everything's coming from his left shoulder, then we're highlighting the right face of the up and to the right of everything that we see. Now there will be things like this disc on his arm that will get lit in more of like, you know, the circumference, half the circumference around the top because it's facing the light source, right? And then I'll put a couple of little pinches of light across to the opposite side again just to pull out details. But by and large, like when you look at the torso, pop in on the torso.
Yeah.
Right? When you pop in on the torso, you notice that just the right side of it is highlighted and then the top edge. And then just a little bit like on these pop of corner just to give the details like this corner back here. But then I do top and right over here because that's all pointing towards my light source.
Yeah, Cox, I think that answers your question on the weapon handle. That looks like a T-shape, like a hammer with staggered through 3D squares on it. Yeah. It's kind of like what... It's kind of the same concept, though, for each model, right, Jason?
Yeah, yeah. I just picked the direction of lighting based on the pose generally.
Yeah.
You know, take a look at the model and say where do you want to have light to pick out most of the important features, and then just keep with that, and that'll change model to model. I mean, you could technically do every model off the left shoulder if you wanted to, but certain models it just doesn't work that well because they're facing the different direction or, you know, have a big sword in the opposite hand or something like that. So I typically will look at the model and make a determination on, hey, what's going to look the best for this particular model from a light source perspective, and then stick with it.
Dance Car says, is there any way to remove / hide some texture from a paint tear for working too quick, or is it a strip and redo sort of thing?
I typically try to let it dry first if that happens, and then once it's dry, go back and see if you can just paint the base coat color on that area again and fill in the texture that's made from it or that it's left, and see if you can't start over in that area or on that part of the model. Like if it's a tear on a sword, maybe you have to repaint the whole sword, but I'm not trying to strip the model generally. That seems like a waste, but I could see how you could wind up in a problem where maybe that's the only choice you have. But I think generally I'm going to shoot for just repainting the area. Like if there was a tear, had I been glazing very fast and I had a tear down to primer color on the face of the sword or like on this bottom edge of the sword, let's say, then I would just go back with my royal purple and paint a solid area again and then redo the bottom edge of the sword, leaving all the rest of it untouched, kind of a deal. I think that is probably the better way to handle it. It doesn't feel as bad.
Matthias says, are you going to add more copper elsewhere? It adds a really great contrast to that black armor.
Yeah, it's really cool. I hadn't thought about it until Gabe said it, but there are other things that could definitely be copper. I like the idea of like whatever these things are that go to his shoulders could be a splash of copper, or maybe the antenna on his head could be copper. I don't want to do too much because it's an accent color. So as soon as you let it run away, then you wind up with way too much of that going on. There's this thing on his arm that's like his comm unit. That could be copper.
His shoulder? What about his shield? Would be any copper on his shield?
Yeah, we could do like the letters.
Yeah.
You know? And maybe the little eye shape thing. You know, maybe the logo shape thing. But again, I don't want to do too much. Even though it looks good, one of the things that you can do that hurts your model the most is overdo something because you're like, oh wow, that looks great. Because if you do too much, guess what? It stops looking great. It's very easy to overdo a good thing. So be careful with that. You know, it's true with like weathering, right? You love your weathering looks great on your Nurgle models, and then you just keep adding and adding and adding, and by the time you're done, they just look like you dipped them in mud, and it's too much. So sometimes you want to make sure that you back off a bit and let it just be the cool thing you're seeing right now. You know, so my initial intent would be I wouldn't add any more. But it does look really rad, and if I could find a couple of other spots, then there is no reason not to try to use it in other places. But I'm not going to force it.
Chandler says, I picked some light source from the 10 o'clock position on my white armor, but I feel like my shadows aren't strong enough. Any suggestions?
Is it an issue of not enough contrast? Is that the problem? When you say your shadows aren't strong enough, makes me think initially that they probably need to be darker.
Yeah, maybe give us a little bit more, Chandler. And Fussaw's asking, are you going to do anything with that Tau symbol in the center? Oh, these things. The Tau symbols that are all over them.
Yeah, I've got them painted right now just in Payne's Gray. My initial thought was that I would do them as kind of a cold steel.
Oh, okay.
With a yellow accent. But now that I've done the purple on the sword and the copper on these spots, I might change, you know, a little bit of that. Yeah, I think that looks good with the copper on the inside of that engraved spot there too. It works pretty well.
Charles says, dark warm gray to light warm gray to ivory is my workup. But you don't have dark enough shadows.
Dark warm gray is pretty dark. To light warm gray to what was the other
ivory?
Ivory. Yeah, the dark warm gray can be a really great shadow color. It should work well against ivory. It's a good contrast.
You saying it's not dark enough though, Chandler?
It may be that you didn't leave enough of that dark warm gray showing. Could that be the issue?
Yeah. Maybe you covered it up too much with the light warm gray.
Yeah, a lot of times when you're doing your transition from your midtone to your shadow, if you're not careful, your midtone overtakes it and your shadow won't give you enough contrast. You have to kind of be prepared to not cover too much of your shadow. Wow, why is our can you set our focus field to where it handles up here too? I think you're overextending too much, right? Because it should handle a 6 to 8 inch move.
There we go. That's
and it keeps going out of, for only 3 inches, keeps going out of focus. That's much better. But that's still, yeah, that's much better.
Yeah. I was too zoomed in. Dark warm gray to light warm gray to ivory. Yeah, if there's,
I think it's fine.
Maybe you're just not, you want it to go darker?
I think you may just have to push to have more of your dark warm gray showing, because those colors work well together. You're making a big jump because bright warm gray, right, over dark warm gray is a huge jump.
Yeah.
In value. So you should have plenty of contrast, unless you just covered up too much of it. If you've mixed those colors together and gone through too many stages of blending, you can lose contrast too, remember.
Chandler says it just kind of looks flat in my opinion.
Well, they're very
maybe go
they're
with
very
the color.
monochromatic tones that you're working with. So I really kind of I would need to see it, maybe post it over in Discord and tag me and I can take a look. Because, you know, with contrast, when you're using tones like, you know, dark warm gray to bright warm gray to ivory, you're dealing in a palette that is very limited. It's not going to be really saturated or super interesting in and of itself.
Yeah.
Yeah, see, why is it out of focus again? Like, the focus bubble of this should be able to handle much more movement. You keep going out of focus when I'm down here.
No.
Just do the punch-ins. Yeah, that works. That seems to work. And stop touching it.
Architect says,
take hand off it.
Can you? No, I got.
He's got his hand on
there.
He's got his hand on it.
I always have it on it.
Well, stop doing that's what you're messing up. You keep moving it.
Can you use the Payne's Gray one step to replicate this
C+.
type of honor?
I'm going C.
Armor for Death
I'm going
Watch.
flat C. I'm taking away the plus. It's a 75.
I don't know about this.
Paid professional. Chat.
Here's a question for you. Can you use the Payne's Gray one step to replicate this type of armor for Death Watch?
Yeah.
You could use it with
The
one step.
Payne's Gray. We don't have a Payne's Gray one step. You mean the dark blue black?
No, I think you maybe you're thinking one step with Payne's Gray, one step special sauce.
The dark blue black is what did this right here.
Yeah, this was over all those other colors too.
Right. Now, if you were to take Payne's Gray and one step special sauce and do it over the royal purple and pale yellow, you get close probably. There's not as much blue in Payne's Gray as there is in the dark blue black though. So it may be even darker. But it'd be similar.
Yeah,
Or
Chandler
are you doing all
posted
this,
Discord.
Chandler, are you doing all this with airbrush? If you're doing it with
Probably do
airbrush,
it
you may
with-
just have too much blending going on, right? Because, you know, let's take this and talk about it for a second, because we've got dark warm gray.
Dark warm gray, light warm gray,
Well, we have bright warm gray is what I'm assuming he's talking about.
yeah,
And then ivory,
and ivory,
regular ivory.
regular ivory.
Okay,
straight
so it's
up.
this,
Yeah.
right?
Uh-huh.
So the problem that you're going to run into is that while this is a good color workup, your bright warm gray and your ivory are very similar in value.
Yeah.
So using both of them may not be necessary. You might be able to just use the ivory and not the bright warm gray, but I'm going to show you.
Oh, no, sorry. We'll get back to that, architect. You said, sorry, meant dark blue. Yeah, dark blue for that.
Dark blue is going to be more green because it has more blue in it.
Yeah.
So dark blue over the yellow is going to give you less of the chromatic black, and it's going to give you more of a spot green, right?
Yeah.
The black and the dark blue black is holding it as giving it kind of a desaturated neutral feel to it, and you just get a chromatic black that's less green. The dark blue over this would give you more of a pumped up green armor, which could be really good for Death Guard or Dark Angels or something like that. Just realize you'll get more green out of it because you're only having a blue pigment over yellow as opposed to the black that I have going on here. Right. Okay, so here I have dark warm gray, bright warm gray, and ivory. And so if I take the dark warm gray, right, bright warm gray,
Kind of a big jump.
it's a huge jump. That's a very non-metallic metal style jump.
Yeah.
But he's airbrushing, so he's getting blending going on between
yeah.
it, right? And then ivory, right? You can
Which
see
is
the
also a big jump.
you can see the bright warm gray and the ivory are very similar in their value, right?
Yeah.
So they're not necessarily, other than the hue, they're not necessarily needed there. Now, if I take and do what the airbrush is going to do when you put it on these colors on the model, you're going to wind up getting a blended color in between all of these, like so. And then here is the problem that I see, is that when you blend these other two, right, for the footprint that you have that you're painting,
Yeah.
you're now going to offset with way more bright color than dark color, because you've got 1, 2, 3 very bright colors and only 2 colors that trend towards darkness. And this one's probably not bright enough.
Yeah, it's almost like there's a step missing.
This one,
Yeah. Oh, there you go.
going to be more like that. So you wind up how you can start losing contrast very quickly because your mid-tone here, right, and your highlight are very similar. So what it does is it encroaches on your darkness too much, right? And if you've airbrushed one of these colors, you can imagine how when you airbrush your highlight, if you're not really specific on keeping those highlight colors airbrush in really tight confines. I don't want to wet blend this. Right, so if you're not really good with your airbrush, then your airbrush is going to bleed out when you do your highlights, and it's going to bleed out into your dark spots. I'm just glazing to give the effect. And now all of a sudden you lose a lot of your contrast even more because you get that feathering effect from the bright colors that starts covering up everything else. So, you know, I think that warm gray might be better in here. Dark warm gray, bright warm gray, or dark warm gray, ivory would be much better for you, because then you have 2 colors that are, one's a dark, one's a mid-tone dark, and one's a bright, right? So, like I said, you know, you can create the warm gray kind of, but if you had this right here,
You come up a little bit. There you go.
that's warm gray. If you had this in the middle, and then you did the warm gray with the ivory here, now you see how you've got way more contrast control, because now you only have two bright colors, one pure mid-tone, and then a mid-dark and a dark, right? So I think I'd replace one of your bright colors with warm gray, and your problem solved. Especially when airbrushing, because that's going to leave more darkness on there. You have to think about, in terms of number of colors, if a larger number of your blended colors are brighter, then your model's going to appear brighter, and you're going to have to you're going to have to be, especially with the airbrush, much better at keeping those bright colors confined to just your highlights so that the darkness remains for contrast, right? Because if your mid-tone is a bright color, like you're painting white armor, right, and your highlight and your mid-tones are bright and your shadow is dark, you've got to try really hard to make sure that you restrict all your bright colors to higher spots and let your dark colors still give you, the shadow where they need to be. Otherwise, it just looks like it's very flat and monochromatic. And so you've got to be careful to make sure that you leave, big blocks of shadow color and don't overtake it too much and give yourself that ability to create and have your contrast still live on the model. That's just a control issue, but you can kind of circumvent it by doing a darker mid-tone color. So hope that helps. I really like that copper. I think that was a great idea.
Crasher says, so I'm having a problem airbrushing last night. I first used magenta through my Iwata Neo, no problems. Then went to royal purple. It was getting dry tip and sputtering, even super thin down. Okay. So I pulled the airbrush totally apart, cleaned it, put it back, same issue. Switched to my Paso Talon airbrush with 0.25 and no problems at all. So something's going on with your airbrush, it sounds like.
Yeah. It was sputtering, right?
Getting dry tip and sputtering.
Mm.
But then you took it apart, cleaned it, and
Didn't
put it
change
back, and same issue.
What parts did you clean?
That's the question.
Did you clean the nozzle cap
Clean the whole thing?
as well as the nozzle? The nozzle cap has a huge impact on sputtering and tip dry.
Too much pressure, says Bugs, maybe? No. Dry buildup in the nozzle? That's probably what it is. Scorcher, thank you so much. Yes, we try to. I learned so much from the stream. Literally learn something every day. Thank you. Yes, that was definitely contrast is a big one. For sure. I think specifically with whites and painting white. We have a great video on that too. But yeah, Crasher, explain a little bit more so that we can help you.
I don't think I have to explain more. I mean, there's just lots of parts of the airbrush, right? So this
What
the
causes
fan
the
cap
dry
really
tip?
doesn't matter as much. I mean, it can. It just depends on the brush. But hang on, let me grab the other brush. It'd be
The
easier to
fan
show you
cap?
This
Yeah.
one's harder to take apart.
Oh, it just made no sense because the magenta was fine, but the royal purple wasn't. Yeah, that's weird.
Oh, magenta might be lower viscosity. The royal purple heavier, right? This opening right here, that aperture needs to be round. You need to make sure you clean out any of the paint that's gumming that up, because as you spray, the backwash and turbulence that's created at the tip of the needle splatters paint on this, and that can be where you create more turbulence. So this piece you have to soak and make sure that that hole is perfectly round. It shouldn't have paint on the backside, although sometimes, like in our instance, it's dirty back there because we have such hard water, so you get a little bit of calcium buildup if there's moisture left in there, but it shouldn't be paint. But you need to make sure that that's completely round, because it can get oblong, right? Like, it's going to be hard, right? There you go. You can kind of see my skin tone through it, right? But, that needs to be perfectly round, because if it's out of round because there's paint blocking part of it and turning it into an ellipse, then when air tries to force through it around the tip of the needle, it makes lots of turbulence there, and the air flutters too much and takes the paint that's on the needle and makes it turn into wild droplets and not a perfect cone of spray. And by doing so, lodges more of that paint on the needle, that more air circulating around it dries on the needle quicker. So this is one of the biggest culprits for that, right? If you're pretty sure that you've cleaned your nozzle and it is good and isn't, you know, caked with stuff on the inside, then that's where I would look first. Because even a fairly dirty brush should spray pretty well. If that's all, if your nozzle's clean and that thing is round, then you should be pretty
Yeah,
good.
and if you're not, then Crasher, that's might have a deeper problem.
Okay, I'm gonna take.
Danger Boy says, would warm brown or something darker over the taupe pre-shade give me a good brown-looking armor?
Where's this? Would warm brown over the tau pre-shade give you a good brown-looking armor? Yeah.
Oh, you mean over this pre-shade? I thought
Yeah, it would
meant to
give you
say
like a
taupe.
really cool, you know, I don't want to say it'd be spot on for that XV88 kind of color, but it would be something like that, I feel like. That orangey brown. Because the yellow base coat mixed with the warm brown would be really rad.
Ooh, Hydra, that's a good one. Would enamel washing techniques with lighter fluid harm the underlining acrylic? I've only tried lacquers or when the model's already varnished. I've only tried lacquers or when the model's already varnished. Enamel washing techniques.
Well, they don't, by their very nature, harm the acrylic underneath. I always suggest when using heavy solvent paints to varnish your acrylic, though, so that you avoid any
Beforehand.
issues with like the lacquer thinner or any of that. You can kind of breathe a lot easier as you apply those effects. But, you know, they shouldn't. You can paint anything over acrylic. It's hard to paint acrylics over anything else.
Yeah.
Is the key. The reason for that is that all the heavier solvent paints take longer to cure, where acrylic cures fast. And so when you put acrylic over the top of things, it seals in the area and creates a situation where the paints underneath it can't finish curing. And so they cause orange peel and bubbling of the paint and all the textures that come with that kind of problem.
Yes, we do have pretty hard water here, Droth.
Oh my God, it's horrible.
I used this. Yeah, but Jason uses our water to paint, though, so it's not that big of a deal, I don't think.
Well, no, it's only a big deal when it sits in the airbrush for a week.
That's true.
And
No,
I
but I
don't use
meant,
the airbrush, and then it calcifies because it evaporates and leaves all the
or just in general with your painting,
heavy
right?
materials in it.
Like you wash your brush, even though like your regular hand brush with just water.
Yeah.
It's all those vitamins and minerals.
There's a lot.
Really. Someone tried to convince me the other day that Arizona tap water actually had good vitamins and minerals.
Lots of them.
Lots of them, they do. The ones that eat your brain, too.
Yeah, along with other parasitic things. And
I wouldn't do it. Yummy, yummy, yummy. Hydra says, I want to use gray Tamiya panel liner on my Tau.
yeah, there's no reason not to. It's like I said, it's not inherently going to hurt anything.
What is panel liner just enamel?
Maybe enamel or oil,
Okay.
you know, some sort of a heavier solvent like that. And yeah, it's really just, you know, built. It flows better into cracks. That's the key.
Yeah, I'm not sure. Chandler says, I appreciate the help, guys. You're the best. Hey, absolutely.
You're the best.
That's right. Chandler, you make the
I
world
know you
go
are,
round.
but what am I?
Wise Wolf didn't know that about water in Phoenix. We're moving there. Yep, bring the brain eaters. No, just make sure you have a filter. I wouldn't eat the water. I wouldn't drink the water, but basically you're eating it because of the amount of stuff in it. Just have a filter. That's my opinion. But do what you want. America. I filter my water.
What color are you using?
Bright ivory. I showed it off.
Your mom's color.
Wow.
Is what Gabe would typically say. Let me unmute you.
You muted me.
Yeah, I did. It's a little typing over there.
Wow.
My typing's quiet. You can't hear it.
They can hear it.
Chris, I can't believe you'd say that about my mother.
Yeah.
And
that's a
your
good one.
coworker. I think we can get HR involved with that one. On two
I would
fronts.
love to get HR involved. Let's begin. Hey, HR, every time I ask Gabe a question, I have to ask him twice. Because the
Fine.
fake one comes out as your mom, and then eventually we get to it. Droth, that is correct. Is Jabe's mother also a space marine? She could be.
She could be.
No, but she's a fantastic fulfillment manager.
That's right.
Works
right.
for us.
Wad says, cleaning your airbrush is like cleaning your beehole. Always could use another pass. Thank you, Wad. That's one of our beautiful avid community members here at Monument Hobbies. Wad,
Another
the
pass of
wise words
what?
of Wad. We're going to make a book for you, Wad.
That was actually really good.
You're
Right
not
there you go.
lying.
Copper.
You're not factually
That looks really
incorrect.
cool.
If
I'll
you're
do it
into
again.
that kind of thing. Then she's a nice lady. She's a good lady. Shannon's great. We love Shannon.
That's a good alternative to gold here because it keeps it kind of a little more desaturated.
Commando Ken. Nice one, Wad.
A little less glitzy. A little less glamour.
Ted
Now
Ings, that's right.
got like the samurai hilt wrap. So
Oh, it does. That's dark brown.
no,
Is it? Like leather? Is that what they typically use?
yeah,
Or is it the same thing as this cloth?
I think you should make
no,
it
it's
look
like a leather wrap.
my
Okay.
childhood plastic ninja swords where they're wrapped in red.
I'm gonna wrap it in red.
We can't hear you.
Oh! You
Gabe's
mute
on
me
it.
again? Bleh. Don't mock me.
I just did.
He just did. He
I'm
literally
over
just
it.
did. I don't know why he's like this, Gabe.
Droth says, who even has time to wipe? Droth, you please make time.
Yeah, that's a problem.
I know that all jokes aside, make time. make time for that.
Make the time to wipe your beehole, please.
Kids, wipe your buttholes.
I'm going to show you how to paint non-metallic copper and remind you to wipe your butthole.
What we're
Amy-
here for. It's a community service.
Amy says,
And then wash your hands, please. I don't
okay.
mean to blow up Poland, but there were so many
The whole
times.
country.
There were
We're
so many
attacking
times
the
because I had to go and refill all the water cups for the paint area
Uh-oh.
in the bathroom, and there were
Uh-oh.
so many times that people would walk out of the area where the stalls were and just walk straight by the sinks and out the door.
Uh-oh.
I'm like, oh, wash your hands, people.
Did you stop shaking people's hands?
No,
Oh!
Yikes.
I know.
Jason.
I still feel pretty good though.
That's good. The Emu says, hey, Monument, any idea if the Procryl acrylic gloss varnish is muting highlights is normal? I
Yeah.
use it before oil wash, then ultra matte.
Oh wait, the gloss varnish?
No, gloss varnish. No, doing ultra matte without the gloss before it isn't muting the colors. I don't know about that.
Doing ultra matte without the gloss?
Yeah, any idea?
The
if
matte will mute the colors.
maybe you're having a problem with your gloss. I definitely doesn't do that though.
It doesn't make sense. The gloss will not mute your colors, or should not. Now, what your definition of mute is, I don't know, but fine colors will desaturate as you matte them down. That's a natural progression because a lot of the color's vibrancy is coming from the light in the room. And so if you subtract the light in the room as part of the equation, because you've matted the color down, then you're going to lose and you're going to see the color for what it really is, right? It's not changing the color. It's just only showing you the color and not letting the shine of the light in the room amplify it. So that's what happens with a matte varnish.
Yeah, but that seems odd. Mo says, have I got some factory stories for you? Yikes, gross.
Wait a minute, what?
I don't want to know.
I don't know that I want to know.
Gilborn says, I've got some paints from a competitor that are pre-thin for an airbrush. They're too thin to be easily used for touch-up / detail work. Is there a product / medium I can use to thicken paints?
They make acrylic thickener mediums and stuff, but that isn't going to really fix your problem. The problem is going to be that you don't have enough pigment to do the job you're trying to do because they're thinned in opacity. Them being thin for an airbrush shouldn't prevent you from using them on the brush. If it does, I don't know what paints you've got. I don't want you to call them out here because I'm not trying to call people out. But it shouldn't be an issue, right?
Yeah.
But I don't know the brand. The bigger issue is that generally they're going to have a lower opacity so that they spray and layer in a more fine manner, and that sometimes is problematic.
Brandon Burrow says, Jason, how do you paint without using magnifiers? I'm only 48 and I can't do detail work without some pretty strong magnifiers.
I mean, I'm wearing 1.5
Readers, right?
readers.
So
Does
that's
that
kind
count?
of good magnification. Like when Jason looks into the camera through his readers, you can see they're pretty magnified.
What?
And he doesn't normally
Like,
wear
no,
glasses. He
sometimes
only
you
wears
do
the
that.
glasses when he paints.
Like when you look at the camera a certain way and we see your eyes through it. No, like it has to be. They kind of do a little bit. But sometimes you'll look up because you don't want to, and I can see them, but they're magnified. I might try some. I'm 74 and I'm, just getting by. So I can barely see this stuff.
I need X's in chat. I need to have all the X's in chat from when he was on vacation.
74 lost brain cells.
So horrible.
You're muted. Nobody can hear you.
Am I muted again?
No,
No.
you're not. You know what? You're going to miss me when I'm gone, chat.
Will we? Throw something, I dare you.
There we go. Thank you, chat.
Nobody asked you, Gabe.
That's how... Mo's like, and so how soon can you go? Thanks, Mo. Really love ya.
How soon can you go where?
Away.
To jail?
Just away. That will come out on rare occasion. You're lucky.
Yeah, you said
Yes,
that
sir.
earlier when I asked you about it. This will come out on rare occasion.
It
Uses
did.
it an hour later.
That was a rare occasion.
Was it?
I don't have time for you. Even Monument Hobbies X stuff, I did. There you go. X's and O's for chat. XOXO. There you go. I love all of you. You're all just so wonderful.
It's a big sigh, Chris.
Fuzzsaw, Gabe and Chris are going to need some couples therapy this Thursday. My couples therapy is putting a bullet in his head.
Hey, whoa.
Yeah,
whoa,
that's
whoa,
right.
Whoa.
When I shoot
I
his
need
ideas
you
down. No,
to
I'm
settle
not.
down.
Not that's metaphorically, chat. I would never kill Gabe.
We're gonna need you to settle down, Chris.
I wouldn't let Chris die. It'll just be pain up until that point.
I don't know that's kind of worse. That's there's too much realness in that. Let the record show I will not commit murder. For now.
Yeah, let's
There you go.
maybe not break the terms of service on Twitch,
No,
Chris.
Twitch, I love everybody, and that was a joke. Ha ha, comedy. Hey, ha 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 ha. Wah ha ha, evil. I got there. We landed that plane.
Chris and I did have a couple ideas that would that we could do for stream that Twitch does not like.
Would get us kicked off.
Not kicked off.
Never. We would never do anything like that, ever.
And they
We're a
weren't
good-
They weren't like bad things. They
Gabe just wants to hurt
unfortunately-
me. He just wants to hurt my feelings.
I
think-
understand him right about
What's
now.
worse?
I think it'd be
You know
really
what?
funny. I think it'd be
You
really
all
funny.
are just so
I
happy, aren't
kind
you?
of right. I understand him right about
if
now.
Everybody's
we
just-
if we did a painting stream where Christopher paints, but
You're silly.
he was wearing a shock collar,
Yeah,
and we could
uh-huh.
shock him while he was painting, would be the funniest
That's
thing ever.
not
but
appropriate.
it unfortunately does break terms of
Hey, I have a brand new bottle of Pyro Red.
You're welcome.
You're welcome. I handpicked that one for you.
Don't ever listen to Gabe.
I was like, that's a clean lid.
You were running out.
Do I have a brand new bottle of orange red?
Yes.
That's right.
Christopher put in the order, and I delivered by hand.
Gabe
Thank
said,
you.
well, I guess I'll get those for you.
Thank you, you two.
You're welcome.
We like to keep
No
you
free
stocked.
pub for Gabe.
We like to keep you stocked and ready, Jason.
Gabe's like, I need a rah, 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 rah.
Yeah,
No
needed
free
a
pub.
list.
Can we control the shocks? Mo, absolutely not.
Yes, that was the point.
No,
It would have been awesome.
we're not doing this.
It would have been anytime he did a bit.
to
We just
anybody
keep him
on
on
stream.
track.
We are not doing any of these things.
It'd be so
Don't listen to
funny.
these people. I am the voice of reason here, which is wild to me. But someone has to carry that torch.
Okay, wait a minute. The voice of reason just threatened to shoot another member of the crew.
No, I would not. I would shoot him emotionally. Like with a sling and an arrow, Jason.
Oh
Yeah,
my
You
God.
see, there it is. There's the tie back. I would never, no. I protect Gabe at all times.
Why are we selling slings and arrows? You're talking about
They
bullets.
don't stop. I have to protect Jason. Chris, can we dunk tank and shock? I do the dunk tank, not the shock, because we don't condone that kind of stuff. Why do the dunk tank, though, for you, chat? $5 a dunk. How about that? We'd make some money. We'd pay for the dunk tank rental.
Or instead, we get one of those suits that simulates what it would feel like to have menstrual cramps, and then he wears that during a stream.
What are you Googling?
I'm not googling anything.
I don't know about you. Don't listen to Gabe. I'm about to mute him. Panic bomb. I got 654,000 channel points. That's a lot of shocks. No, we would do a dunk tank. Dunk tank is not harm.
No,
Dunk tank is fun.
dunk tank's fun.
$50,000 a dunk. Get real, chat.
Dunk tank fun.
Put your money where your mouth is.
We could do that.
I don't think anybody's paying us 50 grand for a dunk tank.
You'd be surprised.
I would, genuinely.
And then you and I have to
Yeah.
do the horrible job of trying to figure out how to get a dunk tank in this room.
No, we would. No, we have technology. We'll bring the internet outside. We'll bring chat outside. Drought says, I've got $2. Take it or leave it. I leave it. $5 a dunk. No, we do $20 a dunk. How about that, Jason? You cool with that?
No, I'm not cool with any of this.
A dunk tank?
No dunk tank?
He'd be into a dunk tank if we got it. Not for Jason.
We have to-
Jason would throw the ball every time chat's like $20 donation. There you go. Dunk for charity. And I feel like we're working toward an annual Monument Carnival weekend. That'd be fun, though.
We can make that happen.
Monument Carnival. That's called The Stream.
Good one.
10% of the time. Dance car. Gabe's on some of them strange Google threads. Yeah. Yeah. Dance car says, hey, that sword looks cool. I
It
think
does
the red was a good choice,
It
Gabe.
does look very cool. Jason picked red.
You did. Oh, look at, and you got the little sliver in there. That's a little sliver.
All right.
That's looking good though.
I'm liking it.
Looking great.
All right, now we got to think about this thing.
What is it? That's the question.
What do you mean?
I'm asking, what is it?
It's
Fabric?
like a ribbon.
Are you gonna do it like what are they called? Oh, I'm losing it.
No.
Purity seals.
No, this is a Tau. This is not a Space Marine. Stop asking.
The purity seal is the same color though, or it could be that whitish cloth. When am I gonna paint Galactus? We'd have to set up it in the back room, cause that ain't fitting. No, it's not. It's not going to happen.
What's that?
No, I'm not painting Galactus on stream. It's just not happening.
I'm still trying to figure out how we're going to do the big Tau battle suit.
Yeah, that Chai Cat says we need an option to spend channel points for Chris to clean a brush. I've offered. Cat. I've offered. Compared to the Supremacy suit, how big is Galactus?
Twice.
Is it just twice?
At minimum, yeah.
Oh.
I mean, the Supremacy suit's going to
it's
be a
pretty
good
big.
12 inches tall with the guns on top,
Yeah.
right? And Galactus is not 24 inches, I don't think. I think he's 18.
How? Yeah. Oh, because he's got a huge base.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, he's as much base as he is model almost. So
That base is pretty big.
the big diorama base is a lot of paint.
Dang, said hi, then immediately had to go talk to people in person. That sword looks dope.
I think it was the right choice.
I think so.
The purple was a risk, but it works.
Listen, man, I'd spend channel points for a Klondike bar. Tech Badger, we don't offer that.
I don't think you want us to mail you food.
I don't think we will do that. Listen, man. Would you ever be willing to put up links to past live streams on your site with pictures of the model being painted in the stream? Ted Onions, I literally do that for every VOD
Every show on,
for the
on
last
YouTube.
year and 6 months.
And they're trickling over to the site.
Yeah, you can literally go look at our VODs list over there. And regardless, that is how you get to it. So I speak for everyone. I say Chris should paint the Galactus model over the guest table. No, you'd have to do a lot of spray paint with that, and nobody'd be able to see it.
We don't
It'd be
have
fun.
any paint cams over there.
Would be fun. We could figure it out. What we could do is we could go, I want to paint that Cthulhu in the warehouse. We can figure out a stream back there. I think we could do it with a bunch of spray paint. And big brushes for dry brushing. But mostly for the spray paint action.
Sorry, can we get that sound effect again for dry brushing? Thank you.
Jezzy who says, I speak for everyone when I say that Jabe should paint Chris to look like Galactus.
I'm
We
down.
could do this.
That.
That's
I'm
going to
down.
cost you $50,000.
Whoa!
That's
I
right.
think that
I want in on that action.
for Halloween, we have Jason dressed as Cthulhu and Christopher dresses as Galactus.
I don't. Sounds like a Chris. No paint cams over there. Yes, Mo. That is a me problem, but we also don't have cameras. So we have 3 cameras already on the current situation, Mo. No, McNubbin Grubbins. No, there's no sale. No. Bakamaru, careful. Hey, that's shockingly cheap. $50,000 to paint me like Galactus? Of course we would do that. We're not dumb.
Chris might do it for $500.
If you said, Gabe, paint
He's
me
done
like,
much worse for $500.
if you paint me like Galactus for 50 grand, immediately.
Yeah.
Like, we'll plan that
Or
out.
we could spend 5 of that on painting you, and it would look awesome. And then we would pocket 45K.
Bakamaru, we're a group of freaks. No,
Yes.
you're not a group of freaks.
Huh?
Don't talk about my friends that way. What makes you a freak? That would be fun.
And by $50,000, Christopher means 50,000 sushi points, and by 50,000 sushi points, he does mean 50,000 channel points.
No, and by $50,000, I mean cold hard cash money. No checks, no mail orders, no IOUs, no credit card numbers.
No questionable gift cards.
Yeah, I want 50G in the mail.
Be a U.S. postal order, postal money order. They still do those. I think so.
They do. No, Bakamaru, like I said, $50,000 all once. Sure, yes, that would be better, Commando Ken, because then we could throw it up and make it rain.
Is that your whole dream?
We could make that rain. If you had $50,000 in ones, that'd be a lot of ones. 50,000 to be exact.
Sounds like this is Chris's dream.
I ain't picking that up. Danger Boy, I dare the bank to have that much cash on hand. It's a lot of
good
ones.
luck.
Can I have $50,000 in ones?
You can't even
no.
have $50,000 in any denomination if you walk into the bank.
Tech Badger says, Jason, every time I look over at the stream and see the purple sword, I can't get over how good that looks. The risk hella paid off.
Good. No, I'm happy with it. And I think that the copper and the red handle only accentuate it. They really kind of bring it together and make it make sense, which it needed.
Good way to have them call the FBI on you if I step into a bank. Hey, can I have $50,000 in ones?
And I need it in ones. It's very imperative that I have it in ones, and I need it quick.
Did he paint the back of the sword, says Bakamaru.
Oh, yeah, definitely.
Of course he did. Jason paints the back of all of his models.
100%. It is definitely painted. That is the back, that is the back of the sword.
Hold
it
on.
has 2 colors on it. Actually,
second.
3, because it has.
I mean, I think it's painted enough.
And I painted the back of the copper bits. I didn't highlight them very well, so I
Jason,
need to do something there. But
You weren't supposed to show them, Jason.
why?
That's the whole bit.
That's not the bit. I'm a very truthful individual. I'm not a liar like you.
I don't know about that one. X up, chat. XO, XO. There you
It's
go.
not XO. It's just
No,
X's.
my version is XO.
It's
XO.
just X's, Chris.
Because I give hugs and kisses to our beautiful people in chat.
Crazy. This is my life.
Speaking of
This
crazy,
is literally
my
my
name's
life.
Gabe.
This is
Hoopity hoopity hoo.
Literally
You know,
my
I'll give him
life.
credit though.
You tell him to
Jason.
reel it back into business mode, and this is what you get.
You're right. You're not allowed to say that today. You started off with this whole chicken bit.
I will take the chicken's head off again if you don't get serious.
Wait a minute.
Jason, I will give him credit though because he takes something like the X's up in chat and he just takes it too far to where that we can't do that anymore.
No, we can. XO.
No.
Kiss, kiss.
No, whenever the BS meter hits, you X up in
Mwah, mwah,
chat.
mwah, mwah, mwah. There it is. Yum, 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 yum.
Oh
XO, XO.
man, it's crazy.
I love all these little kisses from chat. Feels great.
That's not what that is.
The warm blanket of confidence you give me, people out in the world.
See, all we need to do is get 50,000 people to give us $1.
Danger Boy says, Chris hasn't told me to use the restroom today at all. I'm about to explode. Danger Boy, I give you permission to use the restroom. There you go. Bakamara says, he keeps this up. He keeps this up. I'm finding a wood chipper to give kisses to instead. I don't know about that. I don't know how to respond. I don't have the tools.
You didn't have the correct parenting.
I didn't. Jesse Who said, all right, let's be honest. We wouldn't be the first ones to walk into a bank and ask for $50,000 in $1 bills to send to a painting stream on Twitch. Maybe. There's a lot of people have a lot of channel points. You got to spend them up because they're a hot commodity nowadays. Those channel points, they really are.
I don't have any idea.
The channel points are. People take pride in that, Jason.
Since Twitch started channel points, I have not cared one time. Not even once.
Canadian, I don't know if you heard our first response to this. I saw your comment on YouTube about the glass varnish muting your highlights. You're asking it again, but I will repeat this. Any idea if the Procro glass varnish muting my highlights is normal? I use it for oil washes, then ultramat. Doing ultramat without the gloss before isn't muting the colors the same way. Any idea what's going on?
No.
Yeah.
Go back up. It says gloss varnish will not mute highlights. Well, okay, it'll mute highlights because you won't see your highlights anymore because the gloss varnish is replacing your highlights with shine from the lights in the room. So your like when you highlight a model and then you gloss varnish it, you can't see your highlights. Because anywhere you put highlights, if you're holding the model, like if you turn the model upside down, you'll see your highlights because the shadows will be glossy, but as soon as you move it to where you can see them in the light, then the light reflects and you don't see your highlights. So if that's what you mean by muting, then yes, gloss varnish does that.
Okay.
Matte varnish takes that away. So that could be what you're meaning when you say that when I ultramat over it, it doesn't have that problem because the ultramat makes it to where the light in the room is taken back out of the equation, right? It's why I paint with such matte paints, and why our paints are matte to begin with is because we don't want the light in the room to influence our brushstrokes, right? When you're highlighting a model with gloss paint, it's very difficult to tell where your highlight had an impact because the light in the room is taking most of the work away from you. So gloss varnish is something that you shouldn't worry about how the model looks. You should only be using it to give yourself maybe wet look effects on a model, or to protect it like you're doing before you do a oil wash or something like that.
And Canadian, yeah, no need to say sorry for repeat. We just want to make sure we got.
Yeah,
your
no. We want to
question.
make sure you get it. I just am trying to understand the full.
And they say totally makes sense. Yeah.
Yeah, the gloss varnish is something that you won't need to highlight the model, but you also probably don't leave gloss varnish on the model very often. You matte after, and when you gloss varnish for protection to do washes or streaking grime or whatever, that even decals, then you go back and do the matte varnish after. Your highlight should come back into focus once you put the matte varnish back on. So don't worry if it happens. Same thing goes the opposite direction. If you're doing like water effects and you pour like resin water effects on a model, and then you matte varnish the model, the resin water effects will go opaque. You won't be able to see into the water.
I did that on one of my terrain pieces.
And it'll make you freak out. Then just do gloss varnish over the water again, and it'll replace that with being able to be see-through again. So, they work to fix one another in those situations where you're having, oh my God,
And then T. Schmidt said metallics before or after matte varnish.
Again, I don't ever matte varnish and then paint over the top of it. I would say that you do your metallics, you matte varnish, and then if you need to do mix the matte and the gloss varnish together to get a satin, and then you could brush a satin back over your metallics, and that would help a lot if you're finding it's dulling your metallics down too much. I don't know that I'd go full gloss. That might, you could. It might make them way too poppy, though. You got to think in terms of what your ultimate goal is with them.
Buzzsaw says, question time. I'm doing an asteroid base for my knight. I built up the base using concrete, extra fine, and gray.
Nice.
Gray earth. Okay. Thinking of a workup, I'm pondering dark blue, black one step, then dry brushing, warm gray, then bright warm gray. Does that spark an asteroid feel in your mind? Any other paint you would use for the effect?
Yeah. No, I think those work great. Again, whenever you're doing earth tones, it's kind of up to you as to what you think those look like. An asteroid could have ferrous metal in it. It could be kind of reddish if you wanted it to. It could be dark neutral gray and just all the neutral grays. It really is more of a question of what you think looks good. Because when I think of space rock, I can think of a million different colors that it would look rad as. So I think it's open to interpretation and really just more what fits the scene you're building with your model. What color looks best with the model that you're putting on it. Like these guys, I'm going to do Martian Earth under because the burnt, red and orangish reds are going to be such a great contrast to this chromatic black that it makes perfect sense to do something that brings the terrain a little bit alive, gives me the ability to use some of the weathering pigments on it to bring a dusty feel onto the feet that'll give it a neat.
Beef Berkey says, I've been trying Universal Shadow with Dark Plum, happy with all the colors, but white has been a challenge. Any suggestion on a white build-up? Thanks.
Just in general?
Yeah. Happy with all the colors, but white has been a challenge.
Well, when painting white, send them to our towel video.
Yeah.
Because when painting white, you kind of don't want to use white. You start with like dark grays or dark blues. You can start with dark greens, dark browns, whatever you want the white to look like. The dirtier, the more brown and green you move to. But you start with your dark grays, and then you start adding in lighter grays to that until you finally get to something like, bright neutral gray. And that winds up being your fake white, something that gives the feel of white. It's bright enough against the rest of the colors on the model to appear white, but doesn't really exist as a white paint.
Yeah, go watch that video. It's a great one.
And what that does is make it to where now you can still always find a way to use white as a highlight. Because the hardest part with white is maintaining a contrast and volume capability with it, because white is the brightest color and you can't highlight it, right? So what you need is to keep it not white so that you can highlight the color that you do with real white. And that's what I do in that ghost keel thing, which is funny because you're watching me paint Tau and you're going to go watch a ghost keel video and you're going to think, does this guy only paint Tau? That couldn't be further from the truth, but for some reason, that's the video that we have.
We wanted to do a white workup for armor. A lot of people were asking that specifically. That's why we ended up doing that one.
Yeah, and
it was just a good
we had a
canvas.
ghost keel laying around that I was like, this would be great to do Tau.
Philip had one in his desk. Like, that's the white workup.
Oh, was it Philip that had one?
Yeah. He built that.
Oh, well, I knew he built it, but I thought it was mine.
I don't remember. That's a good question.
I think it was Jason's that Philip built. I don't think he had a Tau model. Maybe he did.
Maybe he did.
I used bright warm gray, then put a filter in transparent. Okay, going back to Ogre's question, is it hard to dry brush white, or does it get chalky pretty quick?
No, it's not hard to dry brush it.
Maybe you're using too much paint.
Yeah, it could be.
Maybe take some more off. Deepberg says, I watched that video, so glaze the dark navy blue over the plum or start at slate gray.
I think we started that one at the slate gray, which was good. The dark navy blue, I think.
Yeah.
Right?
Because you're saying, should you start with dark navy blue over the dark plum because you've based your thing in dark plum already? Or go to...
You could, yeah.
Or just go straight slate gray over the dark
You could
plum.
go straight into slate gray over the dark plum.
That
And
could
keep the dark
be-
plum. I didn't do any
cool.
chromatic undertone, like variation on mine.
You just
But
did
it could look
blue.
really cool with the dark plum in place of the dark navy. For sure.
Dark navy is a great color. Now everyone knows a Tau to do. Yeah, that's right. Everybody knows Tau to do a white workup. Thank you, Commando Ken. Great segues.
Dun, dun.
We're just about out of time, folks.
Is that how that works? Or do I get to say
it
when we're
is
out
up
of
to
time?
you, technically. It is 4 o'clock. I'm letting you know.
Is it really?
Why does this... yeah, this one went pretty quick today. Why does this Tau have purity seals, says Ted Onions? They're not technically purity seals. We did identify that earlier. He could have killed somebody who had purity seals. Made this his trophy. That's a long purity seal. Craig's, yes, this is your 2-minute warning to go use the restroom, I guess.
Except we're not doing giveaway today, so.
Right. That's just your 2-minute warning to use the restroom. They're communist seals. I guess that's the lore, question mark? Beef Berkey. Perfect, thanks. I don't know what I would do without these streams. Panic!
Panic!
Call for help! No, we appreciate you, Beef Berkey. And the questions are great. Crasher says, gotta remember that sword isn't Tau tech, so that ribbon coming off the handle isn't Tau either. Oh. Is it not?
Farsight's sword from, where is it from?
Is it not Tau tech?
It may not be. I don't know. I don't know anything about it. It has all the Tau stuff on it, but I don't know.
That's Tau
Does he
right
use
there.
a sword that he stole off the body of somebody else? I don't know Farsight's background, so.
Huh? What did you call me? Panic Bomb, I don't know what you're talking. It's from a Corn Temple? It's a Chaos Sword, I think.
Is that like a demon in it? How rad would that be? He has a demon sword.
Is that what this is?
I don't know.
I wonder.
Farsight kind of is different than the other
Is-
Tau.
Farsight is the
This is the commander.
commander. Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, it is like this is a named character?
Yes.
Okay, that makes sense.
Commander
'cause
Farsight.
I thought it
There's a
was-
couple of them. There's an ethereal one, and then there's this guy, and one other. I forget what the other one's name is. Commander. I have the other one too.
Oh, okay, here it is. Beef Berkey says, it's why he's lived so long. It absorbed the life of others and gives it to him. Korn has tried to corrupt him at one point. Interesting.
But he's infallible.
So that's kind of cool then. So then that makes sense that the sword would be a little bit different.
They're not very psychically sensitive, the Tau.
Shadow Sun, whatever that is.
Shadow Sun, yeah, that's the other one. Shadow Sun is cool. Yeah, I think, is that a she? Is Shadow Sun a she?
Maybe.
She's like a stealth jump pack Tau. She's got a cool suit of armor.
She, yeah. Yes, she. Interesting. Huh. Shadow Run, Shadow Sun, Shadows of the... Whatever you want.
What?
I'm just reading these comments.
No, those are your comments.
No, she, yes, she. She, Shadow Run, Shadow Sun. Who knows? Gilborn says, on track for 100 completed models this year.
Awesome.
At 44 on week 23 of the year. Nice goal. That's a great goal. Gabe, how many models have you painted?
None.
We got to change that, Gabe.
None. He's
20?
too busy being family house guy. He
20?
doesn't even
He's
have a
painted
hobby
too.
Yeah,
room.
20?
He's got
20 of them?
Yeah, he's painted 20 models.
Have you really?
Yeah.
What have you been working on?
Some robots.
Which
He's
ones?
been, he's been painting a lot of droids. That's
yeah,
why I
droids
asked.
for
For Star Wars.
for
He
Star
has
Wars.
been painting
Yeah.
droids.
Some B2 droids.
Beep boop.
Some BX droids.
They're pretty cool.
Have you guys played any?
No.
I just like
I don't
my
play
wife
games.
is on a big Star Wars kick right now. So
Nice.
so she kind of kicked that off of being like, "Oh, they've got BX droids for Star Wars Legion. I want to paint those. Great. Let's get them." We
That's
did.
right.
And so then I
Get
wanted
it?
to paint. I've always wanted to paint the little droids, so I took that as a sign to spend and get some.
Nice.
Likely
I had a lot of fun
story.
playing the game at Adepticon, but it wasn't really the game.
Well, that's right. You were playing a special, almost like D&D one-shot.
Yeah, it wasn't really the game. So for me to sit here and say I have any idea how the new Legion one plays, I have no idea. Because it was not really what we were doing. We were enjoying our time together and playing a narrative where Darth Vader was trying to kill people.
Yeah.
And that was not exactly the way that I thought it was going to go. We had a blast.
Scorched Earth says, what do you think of the latest Warhammer trailer suggesting the Emperor is/may be coming back?
Well, he has been. If you've been reading the narrative, it fits.
Okay.
Because since 8th edition,
Yeah.
9th edition, when they were doing the Dark Imperium stuff, and I know they've retconned a bunch of that because they had to retcon the timeline even from 8th to 9th, so it was very strange. And I don't know what they've done because I kind of gave up on it because they kind of stopped releasing anything good. But when Mortarion was on the field of battle fighting Guilliman, remember the Emperor spoke through a little girl on the battlefield. And so we knew that he was stirring. We knew that Guilliman went and talked with him, although I don't know that it ever got revealed what was said.
With the Emperor?
Yeah.
Interesting.
He was in the throne room for a long time, and it was rumored that he was conversing, but he hasn't ever really come out with anything that was going on or was said. But yeah, I think they've been sizing up. Remember, a long time ago, I said, after the Beckwin novel, number 2 came out, and Dan Abnett did an interview that said that this series with the Beckwin novels was his first ability to have such an impactful input on both the lore and the game.
Interesting.
And
okay.
what we thought was happening before I think GW chickened out, and yeah, I'm calling you out, GW, is that I think they just retreated into a deal of licensing where they are going to be doing the Eisenhorn series with Cavill if the Amazon thing comes together.
Yeah.
And so I think they retreated away from finishing the Beckwin novels because they're going to pull a George R.R. Martin Game of Thrones thing and see how the production goes with Amazon, because that's the world that they're doing. And that would be great if they do that, if they let the Cavill production thing take that story
Interesting.
and have such an impact, because what I believe is happening is we are seeing the Emperor wake up. The Emperor's going to wake up, and we are going to get a second heresy that is going to be Guilliman and the Imperium as it exists, versus the Emperor and Constantine Valdor, that will have a 3-way war. So we'll have Chaos, we'll have the Emperor, and we'll have Gilliman.
Interesting.
I think Gilliman will be it would be an interesting thing to do. I don't think Gilliman is as good as to say he'd be the Horus, but Gilliman's put himself in a tough spot because he knows that the Book of Lorgar is the Imperial Credo, or is the Imperial Creed, and the Imperial Truth is the Book of Lorgar. And so he knows, and he's one of the few that does, because he's one of the only ones that's alive from back then to know, but he knows that the path that the Imperium on is following the word of Lorgar and worshiping the Emperor as a god. And he's not okay with it, but he understands that it's the only way to keep the Imperium together. And so he's submitted to this heresy and blasphemy by not necessarily believing, but supporting the idea of the Emperor as a god. Which, of course, the Emperor comes back alive, he's going to trounce him for it. Because that's why he slapped Lorgar down in the first place.
Interesting.
So if you read all those books, there's some really amazing stuff there. Like a Tzeentch demon gets the Book of Lorgar and gives it to one of the Remembrancers that Gilliman did. And so now there's a Remembrancer that knows that Gilliman knows that the Book of Lorgar is the Imperial Truth, and yet he's not telling anybody. So there's a Remembrancer who thinks that Gilliman is a heretic. And there's all sorts of weird stuff. So they have a really neat play set up, but they haven't done anything with the story.
But would they come out with an Emperor model?
I mean, if they did that, probably.
That'd be kind of cool.
Well, he might not wake up to be a model. He might just wake up enough to be a driving force of leadership. He might still keep the beacon lit. They may put that golden throne in a spaceship. Who knows?
How would
but
they
we found
do
out in
that?
Beckwin. We found out in the second novel of Beckwin. Okay, we have to back up. We didn't find it out. We found out that the name of the King in Yellow is Valdor, Constantine Valdor.
Okay.
And so the King in Yellow would make sense because Valdor is the leader of the Custodes. So he's got this big golden armor. So as the leader of the Custodes, he'd be the King in Yellow. And the King of Yellow has created a pocket dimension where he has created this enormous force of Custodes, Gnolls, and Gnolls.
Okay.
And so he used Beckwin's to clone her and has this force of Gnolls that he thinks he can wipe Chaos out with. Because Gnolls keep psychic energy kaput.
Okay.
And so he has this army of Gnolls and Custodes and this fleet that's bigger than any Imperial fleet ever in the existence of humanity. But it's in the pocket dimension. So it's very strange. It's a neat narrative that they've done, and then they just sat on it. This has been years.
Oh, so they've been kind of
years that
alluding.
they haven't done anything with this since he did that interview where he said he was going to do all this great stuff. So
Well, they have to kind of.
they're a business, so they could renege on all of that stuff and not even do it. You know,
Well,
it's
can't
it's
they
kind of
just?
silly.
I was just about to say, like, don't. That's kind of like a big thing to do, right? Like,
Well,
you
if
got
they
the
were going to do it,
Emperor-
I thought that that's what 11th edition, if they ever came out with it, would be, is that it would be this new war and new faction, but they keep doubling down on just, oh, look, orcs and blood angels again. Nobody cares.
But the orcs believe the Emperor's still alive. That's why he's still alive.
I love the story that's why the Emperor survives, is because the orcs believe in him, that it's the Wa that fuels him. I think that's so great.
Could be. If you're an orc, you believe this. What is Jason's take on him being the Dark Child or Dark King? Can't remember exactly what it is.
Nah. The Emperor?
Yeah.
Nah. I think
wanna
it would
see-
be. I have to think of it. Well, I mean, you know, we always have to think about it in terms of business and making sales.
Business.
And I think if they made the Emperor a fourth or fifth Chaos God, whichever way you look at it, that it would be not a good move from a sales standpoint.
Yeah. They got to have a good guy.
Well, I don't know that anybody's good.
That's the moral of that story, right, Jason? Who is good? Who is
Nobody
the
in
good
this
guy?
universe is good.
The Emperor, I would like to see how they would do that model. Because I feel like when you make the Emperor model, how do you pull that off successfully? And not have it be just ridiculed from every side, good or bad.
Well, that's why I don't think you'll ever see it.
That's a tough thing to do.
That's
It'd
why,
probably
like I
make
said,
money.
I don't think you'll ever see the Emperor as a model. I don't think he would be a playable force because he'd be a force multiplier to the extent
5,000 points is what Mo said earlier.
Yeah, I don't think that you would ever have the Emperor as a model. I
Well-
think he has to be a behind the scenes. It's like you don't get Nurgle as a playable model.
You don't get Korn, you don't get the
You
Chaos
get greater
Gods.
demons, and so what you would do is you would get the Primarchs that they bring back. I think that they still could bring back Dorn and Vulcan and Layman Russ
Okay.
if they really wanted to. And they could have those guys take sides so that you could have certain Primarchs on the side of the Emperor, certain Primarchs on the side of Gilliman, and
That's so much info.
it's too much. It's too much to think about, and GW will... The one thing you can guarantee is GW would never do the right thing to make the narrative move in a positive direction. They just won't, because it isn't conducive to their revenue and their shareholders. They need to keep everybody in the dark for as long as possible, so that they can continue to license new things in new directions. And it's why George R.R. Martin doesn't finish Game of Thrones.
Because when it's done, Jason. What happens after that? That's the $1 million question.
They have to actually go make something else.
Yeah, because what happens when the Emperor comes back and you make an Emperor model? That's my point. Is like, you can only do it once, it seems like to me. And then they keep growing. I don't know, man.
Don't ask Chris. He doesn't know what he's talking about.
I do, Jason. You can't make an Emperor model because then you're done. It's like the Horus Heresy. It's in the name. Horus and his heresy.
They made a model of Horus.
They did, and that model is really cool, though. But he's a Primarch, to your point. Right? They're not making the demon gods out there.
No, they wouldn't be playable. They'd be a friendship ender.
It would be cool, though, because those are always fun fights. Very narrative.
It'd be like making a...
It's like putting Galactus into MCP.
It'd be like when Chris wants to only play his, Warlord Titan against your guys that don't have guns that can even go through Warlord Titan void shields. But, there you go.
Do you hear his tone, Gabe? You hear that tone?
I'm on Jason's side.
You're muted, so nobody can hear you.
Did you mute me again? No, you didn't mute me. Did you?
Where Gabe is. Hello? Oh, he just ran out in a huff.
That was just dark golden brown to khaki and just blending it up, and that's how we get that.
Looks awesome.
My friends have things that can blow up the Titan now, Jason.
What's that?
They have stuff now. Hellblades, a will to live, many things. And I've played my Custodes more than my Titan, technically. Do I mix the bright ivory with orange for my highlights or use bright ivory separate for my copper non-metallic metal?
To do what I just did?
Like maybe your final highlight? Yeah.
Because this bright ivory was just bright ivory by itself. I didn't mix it with anything. If you're trying to follow along with what I just did, then yeah, it's the bright ivory you want to peak and be bright, so I didn't mix it with anything.
Sir Blame is asking for that copper workup again real quick, Jason.
Mahogany as a base.
Mm-hmm.
And then burnt orange over the mahogany. I mixed the burnt orange and the mahogany for the first coat, 50-50. And then burnt orange by itself. And then Nova orange by itself. And then what did I do over the top of that? After the Nova orange? I think after the Nova orange it was just the bright ivory, right?
Yeah.
Did I use... Oh, no, warm flesh.
Oh, warm flesh.
Then I used warm flesh.
There you go.
And then over the warm flesh, the bright ivory. So.
Yeah, Cox, I worried it's a little bit hard. We don't remember some of our workups here.
Like the ones we just did today. Because I only have a C-level producer.
Oof.
Even though he's seen every color, he can't tell you because he's too busy doo-dying day.
Ah. Got him.
You guys are going to miss me when I'm gone. When I leave this place, away from all of it.
You're not leaving.
C producer? Thank you, Avian. Great segue. I am the boat, not your color receptionist.
Oh, here he goes.
Chat.
Here he is. Now is he gonna... Are you about to tell us that you're not here to tell us what colors I've been using?
Here's what Mo says. How soon can you go? Now, how soon can you go,
So
Chris?
how soon?
Mo, that's your new voice.
Can you-
Well, how soon can you go, Chris? How now, brown cow?
Tau now.
Thank you, Jason. Great segue. 5-minute warning before you go to use the restroom. I don't know what you all want. The recipe. You're not getting it. Even if I knew. With this attitude, chat, you're not getting it.
Give me the
Rewind.
secret formula. Crabs.
Gabe's over there just making himself laugh. Give me the formioli.
Ravioli.
I just want to test this missing you theory, says Mo. Scorcher says, Little Billy will be so bored without you. Oh.
He'll learn so much about painting, though.
They learn so much about painting regardless, Jason. I think that is a fact.
It's only
Jason,
because of my massive restraint and focus.
But here is a great segue to that. You can always go check out our VODs link over on our website or on our YouTube channel to achieve anything you'd like, because these go straight to YouTube right after. Nothing that we've done is not not recorded technically. This is all live. You can always go get it again.
Well, no, technically it is recorded.
I'll end you.
Not just technically.
You've been in the crosshairs all day,
I'll
dude.
get you,
literally
mister.
recorded, actually.
You have been
This
in the
is
crosshairs
recorded.
all. Poor
This is
Gabe has
recorded.
been in
This
the
is
crosshairs
recorded,
all day.
That's what I said. And
Poor
it goes straight to our
Gabe.
technically
VODs.
not recorded.
Okay,
No,
wait a
technically
minute.
it
if
is
I was using
recorded.
khaki, then maybe what I need to be using is dark ivory here. Khaki, dark ivory, khaki.
Yes,
ivory,
and
ivory.
we are going to do the challenge review tomorrow. So just everybody, if you're interested in that,
Khaki.
or you did a piece, that's what we're going to be doing tomorrow.
Khaki pale yellow.
Whether you like it or not.
Khaki ivory. I'm sorry. Forget that I showed you warm flesh.
It was ivory.
I'm gonna do ivory. Well, no, I haven't used ivory yet. I'm
Warm flesh
changing
was,
from warm flesh. Warm flesh is a little too peachy. It works great for the copper, but I don't think
Right.
as a highlight over the khaki, it's gonna do what I want it to do.
Peter Brooks says, happy belated birthday, Jason.
Why? Thank you.
The challenge review, yes, like I said, that is tomorrow.
Yeah, that's gonna be better.
And if you're not familiar with what our challenge reviews are, go over to our Discord. We do one once a month. This month is vehicles. And a taco is not a vehicle.
It's a vehicle for deliciousness.
It's a vehicle for meat to my mouth hole. There you go. Whatever you want, chat. We're here to please. This is where Mo goes, well, I'm not very pleased.
Just like that.
It might be. It's coming. I know, Mo, you're typing. Your fingers can't go fast enough on that one. Danger Boy, what color is he using, Chris and Junior Producer? The one that he's using right now, yes. He's using a color. I know what you're trying to do there. Is Dreadnought a vehicle? No, I'm making that claim. Dreadnought is not a vehicle. There you go. Answer complete. Mo's like, what I do?
Exactly.
You know what you did, Mo. Sorry. You know what you did, Mo. Maybe Chris could figure out some kind of on-screen widget to display the paint colors of current workup. I have actually thought about that. And don't you worry, chat.
He won't do it.
That's correct. I
Don't
think
you
it's a lot
worry your-
better
Don't
if
you
I
worry
make
your
you
pretty head about it, because
suffer.
it'll never happen.
Don't listen to Jason.
We've done it in the past.
We have done it in the past.
It's very hard to control.
Because
you
Jason's
have to
like,
have a
look at
overlay.
Warren Brown.
You have to
Whoa,
have
it-
an overlay for every color to
I
be
would
able
have
to pop
to-
it up on the screen, and that's a little bit much to ask.
And then Jason's like, hey, look at warm flesh. Oh, perfect. I got warm flesh. Now I'm going to switch to ivory. Now I'm going to go back to warm flesh. And then I have to answer all your questions.
That's my job.
That's right. It will be a lot of flashing on-screen paints all at once.
Keep Chris on toes.
Now, if I
Working.
could have a voice to say it, that I couldn't do that either. It's difficult. I've looked into it. We could do something. We'll figure it out. How about that? Or we can make you work for it.
Yeah, we're gonna.
Or
make
we
you
can
work
just
for it.
repeat the color. There's an easier alternative to this.
Yeah,
We can just say it.
that seems like that would work pretty well.
Jesse Who, yeah, Jason paints like a hamster with ADHD sometimes.
What? No, I don't.
Warm flesh. No ivory. No warm flesh. Oh, no.
It happens every now and then.
But that's the
I
whole
have to be sure.
That's the whole magic, though, Jason. That's okay. There's nothing wrong with that. That's the whole magic of stream. Like, what's Jason going to do next? I don't have a plan. What's the plan, Jason?
Well, I
Stay
don't have
tuned.
a plan, but that's not ADD.
ADHD. Alternative suggestion. Can we get cameras near the palette for Jason to... No, we can't. Here's what you could do, though, Bakamaru. We could tell you what the current color is. Like, for example, Jason is using ivory. This is what he's using. I did it.
Ta-da!
Woo!
Sword finish.
Ta-da! Dr. Rhino, dear me, who are those painters coming out of her nose? I know what you're trying to do there, Dr. Rhino. You're trying to get me. Spaceballs?
Boom.
Of course, Jimmy the Saint. You can always post that stuff in our Discord.
Yep,
That's what
100%.
that whip is for.
100%.
There goes the planet. Some painters only do one color and paint every instance of that color that will be on the model. Others take the paint colors as they come and bounce back and forth. Both approaches are correct. Wow.
I tend to paint one thing on the model at a time. So I paint like the armor, and we'll do everything that has to do with the armor to a point that I feel like it's that 60 or 70% done.
You like to go from like your light source thing too, I've noticed, where you'll do something to see how bright something is.
Yeah.
And then go to that point or another point on it to see how much more bright.
Yeah, like we didn't do bright highlights on the armor until we painted the helmet white.
Yeah.
And then we finished up the bright highlights on the armor to kind of make the white work in there to be a dull white helmet, right?
Yeah.
And then I did all the rest of the highlights on the armor. We got the punch of brightness on that and gave it the kind of metallic sheen that I wanted. And then now I need to brighten up the shield in this area here on the shield. It's still dull with bright highlights. I need to get the airbrush out and pump a little bit of the bright ivory as a highlight on that, because that's the only like huge area of shine that the model really has. So put a little bright ivory on there. But then moving to the sword, I just pull out the colors that I want to use for the purple blade. If I had something else on the model that was purple, I try to think about it. Like, good example is that when I did this ribbon, I did the one on his leg too.
Yeah.
Because I wanted them the same color. So go ahead and just finish that at the same time. If there was something else on the model that later needed to be that color, though, I didn't plan well enough to do it all. Like the copper I really like. But I think that it could look good in other places, but I haven't gone through the motion of saying where else I could do it. So I put those colors away, and we'll come back and we'll do the same thing again if there's a place on there that I really want to keep copper on. I like this thing here that somebody said was like a communication device or something on his arm. That could be copper, but again, I don't want to overdo it. I think especially since somebody said that the sword is like a blade of corn or something that he found in like a chaos temple. And so if it's a different non-Tau thing, then I probably don't want to use a lot of copper elsewhere. It actually makes sense to leave that as its own color scheme and not introduce it onto other parts of the model.
Right. Yeah, I think it is technically a separate deal, right? Like otherworldly thing than the Tau, because it's a separate thing.
Yeah.
But that was I didn't know. You're right. It does have a Tau emblem on it.
Well, it's not. It's just a big screw.
Oh, maybe
it's not the Tau emblem. The Tau emblem has like a dot and a line. This is just a line. So this is just like the standard GW, like,
bit?
Hey, get a big flathead screwdriver and you can take that apart. I don't know what that thing is, but
I know it's 40K, but I heard blade of corn and thought, why not paint it like a giant corn cob? Please.
I'm not doing it.
Please, Jason, I need
this.
this.
I'm not doing it. It's not going to happen. I'm not doing it. It's not going to happen.
That would be kind of fun, though. What if this was yellow and the whole handle was green?
Can we just freehand little corn?
Jason's thinking about it now.
Kernels on
Chat,
over it.
I can't encourage this kind of behavior. What an eventful day. Oh.
What was your childhood like?
Yeah, that's what I want to know. What made you this way, Christopher?
Me?
Yeah, you.
Many things.
Many things.
Many things. The abuse from
Many
chat.
things.
The tone of Jason.
Many things. And somebody, Ogre asked, yes,
Gabe.
you can at me on Discord at any time if you have questions. Don't expect immediate response. I get to Discord once or twice a day usually. But yeah, if you at me, I will come back and try to answer your questions there.
When do you get a funny hat for this guy, Jason?
Funny hat.
Yeah, that's what Beef Burpee's asking right here.
What, like
so when does Farsight get a funny hat?
Like a sombrero or?
You got a little sombrero?
No, I'm not putting funny hats on my towel.
He could do, what kind of hat would he wear? Not a sombrero. He'd be more of like a, like.
I have sharp objects. I know I do. I've got clippers. I've got knives. I've got sharp objects.
A beret, maybe? I don't know. How'd you paint the top of the ribbons? Or how to paint something facing like the light compared to the bottom? We don't paint the bottoms. We don't paint the other side. And by we, I mean Jason.
Well, I mean, like,
This
these
is a
don't
real
really
question.
face the light. I'm cheating. Otherwise, this wouldn't be as interesting, right?
Yeah.
So I've kind of brightened it up,
Uh-huh.
just in general. But on the back, I just went to mid-tones, right? I still blended and layered the colors up there, but I only went to mid-tones in the dark areas, so that still gives it some dimension, and then brightness here as it pokes out, so that it gives you the light where it's coming away from the body, and then darkness as it goes back in, right? Like that.
How much? Oh,
And then same over here with this one.
that's a good
you know,
question.
Don't really worry about it, and don't paint it as bright up underneath where the shadow of the body is. Just layer enough color to make it look like you paid attention to it, and then bring the color brighter as it comes out from the shadow of the body that would be there. Right.
Bowler's asking, how far will you take a model typically before doing the base? Or do you typically finish with
Finish
the
it.
base?
Yeah, finish it, and then I'll
There
paint
you
the
go.
base. Because, on this, I'll bring, like, the red Martian Earth is what I'm going to do, like an orangey red Martian Earth, terracotta style, and I'll bring that dust up onto his feet and legs. So I want to have all the other paint done so that I can bring the
Environment to him.
the weathering
kind of a thing.
pigment up and then put him into the environment. So I usually will paint the base last. There's models that I'll get like 70% done and then bring the earth colors or the base colors into it depending on what's going on. But usually I finish the model, or finish, air quotes, the model, then paint the base. Sometimes I'll paint the base and then go do the final highlights on the model so that I can really get all my brightness balanced out. Just depends. This guy will be pretty much done by the time we paint the base. I mean, we're getting close. I really just have to do all the accoutrement, the little silver bits, if I'm going to keep them silver, like the vents on the jump packs and all the metal between the arms and antenna and stuff like that. I need to figure out what I'm going to do there. And I want it to be kind of like a pure black metallic, but I'm going to work it up through the Payne's gray and then put a black wash over it, is my idea on all that stuff. Guns and all that, the chicken leg parts.
Chicken legs.
The kind of chicken leg parts. I've got them in Payne's gray based right now, and so I just need to go and color all that stuff. And then once we're done with that, I mean, he's pretty close. I don't plan to do a whole lot with him. I need to do like the eye lens and the glowy bit on the shield. Usually this is like a shield that's energized, so that circle around the inside I'll do with like white. And then maybe fluorescent or blue, or not fluorescent blue, but the transparent blue or something like that to give it a glow. So there's some details I got to work out, but the idea of this was just to be the test model for the general color scheme of the Army. And it makes me feel better knowing that this isn't a Tau weapon, because now this purple can just exist on him and have a story to tell.
Yeah, it could be kind of something totally different.
Yeah. Although I do really like the purple, so I'm kind of bummed, because I think that, like, if I had a Tau with a bonding knife in purple, would be kind of fun. But yeah, I like it. I like it. A Napoleonic era Shaco. No, I'm not going to do it. A fake mustache and a monocle. My God, people. He needs the Mr. Potato Head Mark's glasses.
You could do that, Jason.
No, I don't.
If you wanted to.
I don't want to.
I know you don't want to.
A
But
corn helm, so he can't go. This guy already can't fit through the door. He's in a battle suit.
You could do that. We just
He's like
choose not
dreadnought
to.
size, right? Well, not quite, but he's
Jason,
pretty,
the most important thing, is he a vehicle?
he's pretty big.
You're a vehicle.
He's a big bro.
No, I don't think he's a vehicle.
No,
I don't
don't consider. Okay, so if you had a tank with legs, yes, vehicle. If the wheels get turned into legs,
Maybe.
it's a vehicle.
Okay.
If it's just an armored suit for one person, I don't consider it a vehicle. But maybe,
I would agree.
maybe. The
the whole-
Gundam question was crazy because the Gundams like fly through space and are technically like vehicles.
Right. They're kind of a vehicle.
But a power suit like this is not a vehicle.
Oh, what's?
I don't know. This is a really hard question. I wish you guys would stop asking and just paint a truck. Like, just go with what the intent was.
Jason,
Stop asking me if a taco is a sandwich and just go paint a
Well,
truck.
the question was, is taco a vehicle?
Well, technically it is.
Is a taco shell the vehicle in which to
Meat
shovel
is delivered to your
meat and cheese and sour cream
You
into
crazy
our throats?
kids. What
You know the
is a
Oscar Mayer
vehicle?
vehicle is a vehicle. The Oscar
Yeah.
Mayer wiener
No,
car
no,
is a
no, no.
vehicle.
Yeah.
That's a hot dog.
That's a wiener. We have a wiener.
We're not allowed to say wiener on stream more than 3
I'm
times.
leaving. I'm tired of this.
Yeah, me too.
What if he just walked away? Didn't even like close it out.
It's
Just,
like, all right, I'm done.
all right, bye guys.
Optimus Prime a vehicle? No, he's a robot.
He's
No.
a freaking
Until-
sentient being
No,
shaped
but-
like a truck.
Until he turns into the truck, then yes, he is a vehicle.
I want everybody to.
Is a Ford Ranchero a truck or a car? The answer is yes. Same with the El Camino, except the El Camino's better.
I just don't know about all of you.
See, horse and cart.
So we went over
Vehicle.
that yesterday.
Just paint a truck and shut up. Quit asking me questions.
But you should bring those questions to the Discord where you can discuss with your fellow patrons. That's what our Discord community is for.
Yeah, Dreadnought is disability mobility aid. Yes, it really is. It's like a gun platform wheelchair.
I won't ask any more questions.
If you dressed up like a truck, you'd still be you. Optimus is a person. Yes, he's a sentient thing. He's an Autobot. The wooden handcart being pulled by. Oh, come on.
That is
You people quit. You people quit. It's going to be a fun challenge review for June when I disqualify 90% of the field by saying it's not
There's
a
a
vehicle.
couple-
The only ones that are going to get looked at on the stream are literal trucks.
Well, there's a couple.
Well,
on
then
here,
it would
though,
be the
that are
truck
pretty good.
challenge. Paint a
It
truck.
would be
not a-
tru- It would be paint truck. There's a couple that I've seen
Okay,
already posted.
change the name.
Some of them are great though, Jason.
The month of the truck.
Some of them are great. I will say.
I never look at them. I will trust in you,
King
Well,
Toad,
my
you're
friends
fired.
who would never lead
They're
me
not.
astray.
They're
You're
not
banned.
done being painted, but they're.
King Toad, you bastards.
Yeah, you're banned.
Does pineapple on pizza count as a vehicle? A vehicle of destruction and madness. Chris is slowly losing his C rating. What about the questions? F the vehicle questions. We talking paint questions.
That's what I'm trying to get us back on track. Paint a truck, dang it.
Everyone, I hope you might have learned at least something here today other than
What are you
don't ever
talking
listen to
about?
Chris.
We listened. I was very business, and then the whole chicken bit happened. I was asking about workups. I was keeping us on track. Gabe was here trying to derail me and test me.
I thought you were gonna stop there. Gabe was here. Just end it there.
I almost did. But I gave you more credit.
I respect and love you all, chat. I don't know about the rest of the
He's
people
reading
here,
a teleprompter.
but it's
Don't listen to the man behind the curtain.
this is the worst time of my day when I have to say goodbye because for the next 30 minutes I'm locked alone in this building
No.
with these people.
Yeah.
shutting
Do you
my
wanna?
door.
Do you
Without
wanna?
you, my friends, who are able to call 911 when I blink, although you never do, so I'm worried that maybe you don't like me
Wait
as
a
much
minute.
as you say you do.
Maybe they're the ones.
Jason, I think you should come full circle and end this stream with a content sandwich and leave with a bit of the chicken.
No.
You start with the chicken, you end with the
He's
chicken.
going to. I tried, chat. Let the record show today I was very business serious.
You called them, they never show up. Mo, thank you. I know you got my back. That chicken bit started the stream. Chris didn't keep it on track very long, right?
What?
That was
You
a
can't
test.
blame
That
me
was a
on
test, and he failed.
The conductor
wow.
let it off
That was
the
a test,
rails.
and you failed, Chris.
I'm leaving immediately. EXO, kiss, kiss, hug, hug. Kiss, 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 hug, hug. There you go. Mwah, mwah, mwah.
Oh my gosh.
Kiss, kiss.
Jason,
Lots of X's for me. Kiss,
we,
kiss.
we do this to ourselves because we react to it.
Kiss, kiss. I can't. You come on, man. You did the whole chicken bit. He's gonna throw models. Hi, everybody. My name is Mr. Town.
That is a massive
That's
gun.
a huge gun.
Whoa.
Or are you just glad to see me?
That's a sick model.
That's a broadside battle suit.
Is that the one that you got in the mail?
Yes, I had to fix it.
the mail.
I had to fix it. It was kind of trounced when it
In
showed up
the
in a
mail.
box with no padding.
Kiss, kiss.
We should just loosen a box.
All
I'm
right,
tired
everybody.
of this, Grandpa. I'm tired of this, Grandpa. No, you'll do it.
You
Well, that's
will-
too dang bad.
You'll have fun.
Well, that's too dang bad.
Everybody, thanks for hanging out and watching some paint dry. Hopefully, we gave you some good content today.
We
We
did.
got
We did
we
great.
got the sword finished up, which I'm very happy with. I'm liking the way that turned out.
that's an amazing copper workup, Jason.
So thanks so much for hanging out. Make sure to hit all the links that Chris put in chat there. Go check out the Discord where we've got over 7,000 amazing artists just like yourself hanging out, make friends, get inspired, have a bunch of hobby talk, tell fart jokes, exchange recipes. You know the drill. It's a great community over there, so we'd love to have you part of it.
It is.
And if you found us here just randomly on the internet today, make sure to hit the follow and the subscribe buttons so that you can catch up with all of our antics as we go. We do this live Monday through Friday from 2 p.m. to 4 p.m. Monument Standard Time right here in Phoenix, Arizona. So we'd love to see you back. So we'll be back again tomorrow, Thursday,
That's
your
right.
last day of the week. And then we'll have the lovely Jen in here on Friday.
Jason, I will leave you with this. Batman never sleeps. And crime never stops.
I thought Batman slept during the day.
No. He takes...
I'm pretty sure that there's
Great
like
question.
in
Does
the
Batman
movies.
take naps?
Of course.
Yeah, there's like
He power
scenes-
naps like a pro.
Yeah, there's
He
like
has
scenes
to.
in the movies where he's asleep during the day.
Yeah. Because he stalks the streets of Gotham at night. When crime is alive, so is the bat.
It's
Where stalks the bat, so crime ends.
without Batman, crime has no punchline. It's a great line. Where the Joker finds out that Batman could be dead.
I'm leaving.
He loses his purpose.
Thanks for hanging out. I have no excuses for these people. But we'd love to have you join us again if you're brave enough.
King Toad, I will
Thanks for
ban
hanging
you
out.
immediately.
Stick around. Yeah, right. Is Alfred's chair vehicle? Stick around. Chris is going to find us somebody to raid. Please don't take this kind of shenanigans to anybody else's stream. We'd like to have people stay sane.
You're not supposed to say that, Jason, because now they will.
And we'll see your lovely faces back here tomorrow. So enjoy the evening and adios.
Kiss, kiss.